ठीक है,
चाहिए तो मुझे भी
तो
वैसे।
SRU में नहीं है ना?
SCU
SRU में है कि नहीं है, स्ट्रीट
नहीं नहीं,
रेसिंग
इसमें
यूनिट?
नहीं हूँ मैं।
हाँ,
नहीं नहीं।
तो स्ट्रीट रेसिंग यूनिट वालों से हटा दो K9। मैं बात करके ना आरकेडी से, उनसे मैं हटवा देता हूँ, क्योंकि उनको अलाउड नहीं है ना SOP में वैसे भी। उसमें एक आध बंदे के पास रहेगा तो रहेगा K9। अभी तो मेरे को, चलो अभी पहले आई वांट टू नो यू गाइस perspective. Okay, first of all, this training is only because of I've been getting a lot of complaints, and I've been personally seeing myself as well that there is some fuck up happening on the, especially the drug sale call, especially the drug sale call. The one thing which I have personally noticed is that, एक second, is anybody here who doesn't know Hindi?
Yes.
I guess Levi
Yep,
and
Levi. Okay, okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'll keep it in English only.
AJ is
करना है
there
क्या
as well.
स्ट्रीम को?
नहीं नहीं नहीं, चलने दो। स्ट्रीम शुड बी देयर, स्ट्रीम शुड बी देयर, इट्स ओके। स्ट्रीम इज नॉट अ वेरी बिग any issue. Even I am streaming for reference purposes. So the first thing which I've been noticing on my own without any third party feedback is that police is directly, what you say, seeing somebody handing over something to somebody and going directly, moving in directly and cuffing them up directly. And now here's the thing: if you see that action of, what you say, selling weed, right? Everybody knows there that emote the character does of selling weed. The emote is that way that the character is hiding that product and he's giving it discreetly, right? That is correct. यहाँ तक everybody is with me?
यस
यहाँ तक
या
till here everybody is with me, right? So
Yeah.
he's handing it over discreetly. So we are not supposed to know that he's handing out weed. But according to our character progression, we know one thing, that whatever suspicion call activities are, most of them are only the drug sales. That character progression is there. I'm not hampering that character progression. What I'm saying is that instead of looking at somebody, clicking their photos, you do that. You keep on doing that. You are waiting for somebody to hand over some product. Keep on doing that. Don't directly go and start cuffing them, gun pointing them, and that, that, okay, put your hands up. I saw you handing over something. We got a suspicious call, and you cuff them up and you get them to sniff and you get them to search. That's it. That is not correct. Let me be very straight and very strict over here. That is not correct at all according to COP RP. Many people over here would understand that it is not at all correct. So what you have to do is that I'll tell you.
Hello.
Yeah, what jungle?
Yeah. Should I mute my stream or?
No. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. What happened? I just.
It's sort of a training for a particular situation. Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Sort of a, what do you say, back and forth feedback training, right? So now anybody specify, especially the non-command, the senior officer, deputy, senior deputy. I want to know, anyone, please tell me how you respond to the drug call. I want to know, anyone.
shall I answer?
नहीं, राणा सर आप नहीं, आप सर एक्सपीरियंस्ड हैं। मेरे को कोई ऐसा बंदा चाहिए जिसको ज्यादा एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है कॉप आरपी का।
Make it Phoenix Fernandez. उसको वो पता है यहाँ पर वो।
Anyone who doesn't have much experience of cop RP. बेबी गुप्ता बताना जरा, टेल मी।
ड्रग सेल पे ना।
और यू ओनली रिस्पॉन्ड टू द चेजेस?
नहीं, ड्रग सेल पे देखो, जाते हैं सबसे पहले तो अगर वहां पर दूर से सिचुएशन देखते, वही जो बताया, जो बेसिक सब लोग फॉलो कर रहे थे, तो वही एविडेंस कलेक्ट करते हैं। फिर अगर हमें लगता है कि कोई बेच रहा है और वहां पर भी सस्पिशन एक्टिविटी आ रही है और कोई दिखता है, तो उसकी सबसे पहले फोटो खींचते हैं ताकि कुछ रहे दिखाने के लिए। ठीक है, उसके बाद उसको पुल ओवर करते, या वो भागने की कोशिश करता है या फिर जाता है, कहीं, तो उसको रोकते हैं, फिर उससे बात करते हैं, ठीक है? ये गाड़ी किसकी है, या जिससे ड्रग निकाल रहे थे या फिर क्या कर रहे थे। तो उसके बाद हम लोग प्रोबेबल कॉज़ नहीं तो रीज़नेबल सस्पिशन पे फ्रिस्क करते हैं सिर्फ़। अगर बल्ज मिलता है तो आगे करते हैं सर्च वगैरह।
फिर इसका मतलब क्या है? बल्ज बल्ज का मतलब क्या है?
मतलब टटोलना, मतलब जेबें उसकी।
हंस, सॉरी टू इंटरप्ट, ये
हाँ
स्ट्रीम कर सकते हैं क्या?
हाँ हाँ, अलाउड है, मैंने लिखा हुआ वहाँ पे स्ट्रीमिंग इज
ओके
अलाउड।
ओके। अरे वो
तो मेरे को एक बात बता, टेल मी वन थिंग, व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय फ्रिस्क, व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय फ्रिस्क बेबी गुप्ता, अक्षत, टेल मी
जेबें
दैट।
जेबें जेबें टटोलना, मतलब जैसे हाथ रखना ऊपर, जैसे सिक्योरिटी में
ऊपर
करते हैं।
ऊपर से, सो यू
हाँ
फाउंड अ
हाँ,
बल्ज
ऊपर
ऑन
ऊपर से।
समबडी, राइट?
हाँ।
You get a message like your character touched the other character, it frisked it,
हम्म
and it found a bulge.
हम्म
Does that mean
हम्म
that he has something illegal?
मतलब ही हैज समथिंग इलीगल और ही हैज समथिंग टू नॉट इलीगल, आई मीन कुछ उसके पास ऐसा है जो मेटल का है या पोक कर सकता है, या फिर इलीगल जरूरी नहीं है क्योंकि नाइफ भी हो सकता है उसके पास।
So how can you confirm that it's a drug?
वो तो वैसा, क्योंकि ऐसी कोई सिचुएशन पड़ी नहीं, क्योंकि हमेशा बंदे भाग ही जाते हैं मेरे सामने, तो उसका आइडिया नहीं है हमें। जब तक पहुंचो बंदों पे तो वो भागने
Okay,
शुरू कर देते, तो वो अपने आप ही सस्पिशन में आ जाता है,
you haven't had any. Okay,
एवेड कर
अपना
जाते हैं।
uh, who is this? Not Trey. Coco. Tell me now, like how you deal with the drug call. Coco, are you there?
You want me to tell you how I do it? Because I'm kind of new.
Yeah, Levi,
Okay,
tell
so
me that.
yeah, first and first, I take pictures, a lot of pictures. I post them in markshot evidence, and then before I even make a move, I call 77s. I call make sure I call someone who's experienced, and then what I go is we approach the person, and I actually start questioning him first, because then is a lot of the times with these 37 calls, they actually set up good RP scenarios where I let them go. So they're handing out some milkshakes, they're doing charity work, they're doing this and that. And if they give me the items, well, I don't check them, I don't praise them yet, because if their story matches, they have a good story, they're good to go. Like, I haven't actually seen what they're given, and so I don't actually have any probable cause to detain to arrest them or anything. So I just go with that. If it turns into a 1080, yes, let dispatcher be turned into a 1080. And if it doesn't, and I know for sure he's selling drugs and his story doesn't match, I honestly just try to corner him. I check his vehicle. Is it stolen? I actually try to find some reason to well, not really make an arrest, but to detain him and then further question him. And we request a K9 unit if the vehicle is flagged. We proceed with a Fendi stop, request a K9 unit. But the thing is, I never actually instantly jump the gun and frisk them. I just first and first, you want to make sure you know who they are, get their identity, like, because half the time whenever they see a cop car, they just try to run away. So if you go and just talk to them first, that's what I do. I try to simmer down before we escalate the situation, turn it into a shootout. Just try to figure out, maybe they're trying to actually create a cool RP scenario, maybe, because at the end of the day, it's an RP server. It's not W chasing. You want to make sure they're not selling drugs. That's true. You want to stop them from selling drugs. But if their story is good enough, honestly, you just gotta take the L and let it go. That's what I do. And if they are selling drugs, then I ask them kindly, hey, can I search your vehicle, this and that.
Let's say if I am selling drugs, right?
Yeah.
And you
Yeah, accent
respond.
क्यों मार?
Sorry.
No, ignore me.
Yeah, you respond to me, and
Yeah.
you check my ID and everything. I give some excuse, very good excuse, and you leave. Second time you
Yeah.
get the same area, same suspicious call. What do you do with me?
I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna dispatch no. I'm gonna request 77s, and then we're gonna, I'm gonna come over to talk to you, and I'm gonna actually maybe ask you inquire more details. And if not, if the story it doesn't start matching up, then I'm gonna request to further inspect you. To maybe request a K9 unit. I just want to make sure that you're not selling any drugs. So we'll do it the professional way. Request a K9 unit. If there's no K9 units available, honestly, I don't want to go as far as to like frisking and searching, because I don't really have any. I don't have any. Yes, there's suspicious calls, but you gotta keep it realistic. There's a lot of civilians in the area. Yes, you've been there twice, but realistically, we want everyone to have K9 units. Not everyone, but there'll always be a K9. So I'd request a K9 unit, and then the K9 unit comes, and if it senses something, then I'm gonna ask permission to actually I'm going to ask you why. Well, first of all, I'm going to question you about why the canine is smelling something, and then I'm going to ask permission to search the vehicle and search you.
Mm-hmm.
And then proceed. And
How
if
long you been doing cop RP?
couple weeks.
Never done cop RP before.
No.
This guy knows
A
more.
little
This guy
bit.
knows more than the people over here. That is exactly okay. So here's the thing. From now on, I'm setting up some thumb rules. Thumb rules means some in RP on situation rules. These are not like hard and fast rules. First of all, you have a K9. So I'm gonna go through it A B C D, right? Go through basic scratch. Join my stream. Okay. For the K9 handlers. Okay, especially. Now the basic scratch of cop RP, every single situation is based upon two things: reasonable suspicion and probable cause. This might sound like a lecture, and I didn't want to do it, but I'm forced to do it. Trust me, because I've been seeing a lot of fuck ups happening. A lot of fuck ups happening. So reasonable suspicion is when the same example, the drug call example, you get a drug call, you go to an area and you see somebody, spot somebody for the first time handing out stuff and all that, talking to people, right? And he is like, you start questioning them, you start taking an ID, positive ID check on them, and that's it. You ask them, what are you doing there, blah blah blah, and all that things. That's it. You cannot detain somebody under reasonable suspicion. Remember that, everyone. You just cannot. You cannot frisk them, search them, or anything, right? And the next thing comes, let's say that person is, you know, what do you say? After questioning, you use your communication skills on them. As a cop RP player, you should have very good communication skills, according to my perspective. You start using your communication skills. If he's like making shitty excuses which are not matching up, which are not there, which doesn't make sense at the end of the day, right? So that turns into a probable cause. Now there is a second thumb rule which we all should follow, and you all will follow, is that that person is continuously second time or third time seen in that same area handing out stuff. Then it becomes a probable cause. And then you can detain the person, frisk them up, search them up, but that should be the last thing to do. That should not be the first thing to do. Now people are doing that. Like, the first thing they are doing is that going gun pointing, cuffing, that's it, boom, the end. You don't know what he is handing over. He's hiding it. The character is hiding it. Remember that from next time. It is not always drugs. Maybe he's handing out some other stuff. Maybe he's making an RP out of it. Now server mechanics says that with that emote only drugs can be handed over, but that is like OC information. That is metagaming. Okay, so now comes the K9 handlers thing. Now what happens is, let's say this is a drug call area. Now we have an option to use the K9. So we look around. What you have to do, you have to go to the area, look around. If you don't see anybody, you take out your K9 and you tell them to track. Now there is a confusion among this regarding this, right? The first and biggest confusion regarding the track option of K9s is that people believe that the track option is that K9 goes directly to the drug seller. It's not that. K9 goes to the person. It is going to the drug seller, that is server mechanics, but you don't have to consider that. You have to consider that it is going to a separate person, a different person. You don't have to directly go and tell them, okay sir, my K9, I told him to track, and it directly came to
Hans,
you. Yeah, what?
just a thing. There are two specific things when you go to your canine na.
Hmm.
So suppose पहला होता है कि just to track a person and different just to sniff someone around. So there are two different things. So अगर कोई sniff वाला directly कर रहा है then yeah they are misusing the canine. But they can use normal वो कर सकते हैं कि yeah just find a person who is around. तो वो चीज़ है वो ध्यान वो इनको
वही बोल
समझना
रहा
होना
हूँ,
चाहिए.
वही बोल रहा हूँ ना. The K9 is not tracking for somebody who's selling drugs. The K9 is tracking for the people around in the area. That's it. It is doing that only, nothing else. Okay, that you have to remember. Now you have come up to an area, you have seen nobody is there, you told somebody that there is somebody, you told the K9 to track and it found somebody, and somebody is standing there. Okay, so what you have to do, you don't have to go and directly say that, okay sir, my K9 tracked you and you have drugs. No, you have to talk to them simply. What are you doing here? What's your name? If they are wearing a mask, tell them to remove their mask. Okay, look for signs. Look for signs. Let's say the person refuses to show his identity, but you have the proper right to check their identity. Remember that, because he's coming under reasonable suspicion. But if he's like acting sus, which means he's not removing mask, he's not showing his identity, ask him why. And if it doesn't have a very good reason, very good reason means a very creative RP reason, it will convert into from reasonable suspicion to probable cause immediately. Okay, so the next thing is that, let's say the person complies, he's like acting and telling you, okay, I'm doing this and that, blah blah blah. You can directly tell them, okay sir, I've been getting a lot of suspicious calls from here, like it would be very good if you clear out the area. Yeah,
Hans, I'm really
stop
sorry to cut you
interrupting.
in
Yeah,
between. I think you need. Can you just repeat it again? Now you made me confused for some of the things. So can you repeat the
okay, I'll
canine
repeat
procedures?
I'll repeat
Yeah,
I'll repeat that I'll repeat
yeah.
that. You have to reach somewhere at the reasonable suspicion call. Point one.
Mm-hmm.
Step two, you have to check that if there is somebody, you see somebody around the area. Step three, if you don't, you take out your K9, you tell it to track for people.
Mm-hmm.
It goes track. Now that step, point number four, point.
No,
Yeah,
Hans,
what?
not this one. The starting one, like the first thing which you were telling about the 37, how cop goes, वो वाला part में कह रहा हूँ.
मतलब tracking वाला ना.
No, not the. Ignore the canine part. Before that, if somebody is there, like अगर कोई है and
Yeah,
canine is not there, वो वाला part एक बार
yeah.
मेरे को
For
बता क्या
that
बोला था
part,
तूने?
for
हाँ
that
वो
part
वाला.
is,
हाँ,
वो तो
वो
अभी
वाला.
आया ही नहीं. That part is not even here. I'm covering the K9 part first.
Okay, just
I'm
continue. मैं
covering the
बता
K9
दूंगा.
part first.
So
Okay.
just continue.
You take out your K9, you tell it to track, or you request for K9. The fuck? Okay. You request for K9, you tell it to track, it tracks for somebody. Then you go to that person, you talk to them. If they're found for the first time over there, you check their ID and you look for points in that. You talk to them, you start questioning them, and you have the full right to do that, by the way. If somebody tells you that no, I refuse to, then it will automatically convert into a probable cause. Okay, if they fail to comply with that. But remember, you don't have the right to cuff them, search them, or frisk them. Remember that. Okay, under reasonable suspicion, don't directly go. Even if you seen somebody for the first time, you are going there and you saw somebody handing over something, you ask them that what are you handing out, blah blah blah, and everything. You play it smartly. Don't go by the book. Be creative. Play it smartly. That I saw you handing something. What was it? Blah blah blah, and all that. Okay, you start playing smart, and if the person is complying and giving a very good RP, I don't think that you should have a reason to arrest them or do something. If they don't have a very good reason, it's okay, it's first time. Tell them, okay sir, I'm warning you that we are getting a lot of complaints from this area, you should clear out. But if I found you here again, like handing out some stuff, then I will have to frisk you and search you up.
सर एक
Yeah,
डाउट है मेरे को.
I'll take the doubts. Wait. It is.
Okay, Hans, I have a
Yeah.
conflict on this thing with you.
Yeah.
Actually, okay, there is no canine. I see a person handing something. Okay, one time is fine. ठीक है? I'm just waiting. I'm just on a rooftop. मेरे को एक बार कॉल आई. मेरे को बंदा नहीं मिला. मैं रूफटॉप पे वेट कर रहा हूँ. वापस सेम ड्रग कॉल आई उसी स्पेसिफिक बंदे से. And now if you are saying not to detain that guy on the basis of
I've not come
this.
on the second time yet. I'm still on the first time.
No, even on the first, no, you are not understanding my point still.
हाँ, that is something else.
Yeah,
That
so
is something
for that
else.
I'm
Yeah.
saying कि पहली बार मैंने देखा ही
Yeah, I
नहीं
have to
बंदा है,
cover
बस मेरे
that
को
point. Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you for reminding me that as well. भूल गया था मैं. I forgot. Okay.
Yeah.
Till now, everything is clear, whatever I said till now, because I'm gonna discuss the other point. Yeah, Gautam.
हाँ सर, सो लाइक हम जब भी 37 पे रिस्पॉन्ड करते हैं,
हाँ.
सो एक ऑफिसर बात करता है एंड बाकी के एविडेंस लेता है. सो जो
हाँ.
एविडेंस जब भी ड्रग सेल्स होता है, तो उधर लाइक वीड के बैग्स या ऐसा कुछ का फॉरेंसिक होता है वहाँ पर.
हाँ.
तो वो एविडेंस यूज करके हम डिटेन या अरेस्ट नहीं कर सकते उसको.
Forensics होता है मतलब क्या होता है?
मतलब
मैं बताता हूँ, वेट वेट गौतम, मैं बताता हूँ हंस. वो हुआ क्या था एक दिन कि आई वेंट टू पलेटो, वहाँ पे एक 37 कॉल था. दैट गाय हैड 89 बैग वीट बैगीज. तो बेसिकली सर्वर मैकेनिक्स पे दिखाता नहीं है कि वीट बैगीज या नहीं, बस उस पर लिखा रहता है यूज टू सेल दिस ऑन द स्ट्रीट्स. अब वो बंदे का आरपी इतना अच्छा था कि वो बोल रहे थे कि ड्राइड स्पिनच है उसके अंदर. ठीक है, तो मैंने अभी के लिए मैंने हार्डी सर को या किसी को तो पूछा था, बोला था कि उसके ऊपर है हम लोग का कि उसके अंदर वीडी होता है, तो उसके लिए अभी तुमको सीज करना होगा. तो मैंने बोला कि देखो अभी मैं इसका रिपोर्ट बनाने जाऊंगा फोरेंसिक्स में, लैब में जाऊंगा, तो मुझे वो वीडी ही निकलेगा. तो मैंने सारा सीज किया था. इज दैट करेक्ट?
You can take one pack from them.
I mean, being a police officer, won't you know the difference between a weed packet?
You can smell it out, but that is a very fundamental thing. Forensics में do we have that mechanism, by the way? I don't think so.
नो.
ना?
ये वो बस खाली आरपी के लिए है वो
That
चीज.
is that is your RP.
नहीं
That is
है हमने किया नहीं अब तक. अगर हम ट्रैक डाउन करने लगे ना, जितनी गैंग्स है सबको ट्रैक डाउन कर लेंगे एक ही दिन में, कौन क्या बेच रहा है.
दैट्स द थिंग कि
नहीं, वो
अभी
नहीं.
इसलिए
के
चलो
लिए
नहीं
मैंने
किया वो.
किसी को वो रिवील नहीं किया, लाइक हाउ
चेन
वी
का
कैन
ना.
ट्रैक द
हाँ
सेलर्स.
Okay.
हाँ
Okay.
द
That
है
थिंग इज
उसका
यू
ट्रैक.
गेट द फोरेंसिक फॉर दैट व्हाइल सेलिंग.
Okay.
अभी तक मैंने
Shush.
किसी को बताया नहीं.
Let's not talk about that. You tell Gautam this point. You clear out with Hardy and Abhishek later on. ठीक है? Not on streams. Okay. I don't want this on streams. This thing is hidden. Let it be hidden. Okay. Any other doubt till now? Because this.
Okay, I
Yeah.
have something to say.
Yeah,
For
go on.
example, somebody is selling something on the street, right?
Yeah.
So if you look over there from the torch, वहाँ पे drug sale के लिखे रहते हैं,
Yeah.
like evidences रहते हैं. So
Yeah.
can that be a probable cause?
Yeah, ask them,
Because
na.
that
Ask them.
person is
Ask the
directly
person.
standing in front of that.
Ask the person. Ask the person that I've been. ये यहाँ पे देखो, यहाँ पे वीड पड़ा हुआ है, ये किसका है, ये वो. एंड ही विल से मुझे मालूम नहीं, मुझे नहीं मालूम किसका है. ठीक है, यहाँ पे एक बंदा था. ही विल गिव यू एन एक्सक्यूज that there is that okay there was somebody over here and he was handing out something as well, so maybe he was selling, but I'm not selling.
That is still, by the way, RS. It's not probable cause.
Yeah,
Like
that is
legally.
still, yeah, that is still reasonable suspicion.
नहीं, बट
But-
सर हम बोल रहे थे कि अगर वो बंदा बेचते हुए देखा है हम लोग, तो फिर वो कैसे बोल सकते हैं कि कोई और बेच रहा था.
But still, it can be anything. You cannot assume. Pre-assume नहीं करना है.
How
So
did it,
अभी वो
okay,
बेच रहा.
what is the proof that it came over here while he was selling? Maybe it was there 1 hour ago, somebody else was selling.
Exactly.
हंस भाई मैं इसका कुछ बोलूं
Yeah,
एग्जांपल.
go on.
ओके सो आप देखे वो कुछ ये कर रहा है एक्सचेंज ही यू हैव सीन समथिंग. ओके लेवा इज हियर राइट. यू हैव सीन समथिंग लाइक ही इज एक्सचेंजिंग विद द लोकल्स नॉट वंस ट्वाइस थ्राइस. ओके यू आर स्टैंडिंग एंड ऑब्जर्विंग एंड यू गॉट ओनली वंस द कॉल ऑफ suspicion activity. Now you go there, you ask and he says no, I was giving some chocolates or biscuits, but you detain him. When you get to the PD, when you're getting the evidences of his pocket, the pocket is empty, no traces of any kind of suspicious substance in his pocket. Now if he's a very good RP player, he will go to the court. Now tell me, how will you prove in the court that he was exchanging weed? While if you check the pictures also, he's hiding something under his hand, and law will argue
See,
that
we get the calls
got
of
it.
उसमें
suspicious
अरेस्ट होगा
activities,
ना,
not for drugs.
उसमें डायरेक्ट
No,
सर्च तो
arrest.
कर ही नहीं सकते.
He
उसमें
will
तो
get
डिटेन
arrested, but
होगा.
on what basis? On what basis will arrest? Have you
Then-
seen what he's exchanging?
Let's not confuse that. Let's not confuse that. The simple rule is that when you spot somebody for the first time handing out something and you get a call from there, right? Sorry, you get a call from some place and you spot somebody handing out something. You're not that comes strictly under reasonable suspicion. You're allowed to investigate on that. You're allowed to talk to them. get their ID, question them, and if they refuse to do so, you have to tell them, okay, sir, I will be detaining you if you refuse to comply. It's as simple as that. And they have to, but always remember, as a police officer, you have to be transparent as well in some things. You have to get to things, like you have to tell them that, sir, okay, I won't be searching you, but I'll be needing a positive ID on you. Okay, so that thing should be there. Always remember that. Now comes
Also,
the, yeah, what?
also just when Hans says if they fail to comply by not giving their IDs or not removing the mask, uh, it gives you probable cause to arrest them based on they are disobeying your orders as well as obstruction of justice. Like you need
Obstruction
to
of
know
justice,
it's
yes.
legally, yeah.
Because when you respond to a suspicious activity call, your investigation starts, right? Your investigation starts, you get into situation legally, you are getting into some situation, and you are, what do you say, investigating on that area. So if somebody refuses to do so, they're hampering your investigation. The fuck is happening? Somebody is interfering and they're hampering your investigation, or let's say somebody is refusing to do so, to comply, so that comes under obstruction of justice. That will convert into from reasonable suspicion to probable cause immediately. Okay, now comes the second point, what Rock said. Now let's say I got a call from the area, I saw somebody handing over something, and I decide to wait. I don't go and talk to them. I decide to wait. And I see them handing over some stuff. Okay. Now what happens is they're handing over stuff, and again I get the call. I see them handing over stuff. Again I get the call of, what do you say, this thing, uh, reasonable suspicion call. So that will become reasonable. From reasonable suspicion, that will become probable cause immediately, because you saw them handing over something, and then you were like, and the call also came from that area. So that is like basically right in front of you a drug sale happened, because a local called you up and said that a drug sale is happening over here, and you saw somebody handing out some stuff. Is this point clear?
Okay, Hans, I think many people will be again not cleared about your
Yeah,
last point.
you clear it out then. You
या
clear it out.
ओके, बहुत लोग का माइंड में ये होगा अगर रीजनेबल सस्पिशन है तो हम डायरेक्टली डिटेन क्यों नहीं कर रहे। तो जस्ट अ थिंग, अगर तुम्हें कॉल आया, तुमने हाँ देखा कि उसको पकड़ते हुए, हाँ तुम जाओ, तुम डिटेन कर सकते हो, बट as a part of PD, we are requesting you to provide a little bit more RP. तो पहले जाओ बात करो, and if he is like completely denying your what we say words, then yeah, go ahead for a detain. But yeah, don't just directly go and cuff. ये कहने का मतलब है हमारा, you are authorized to do it, but prefer to give more RP to the person. Are you getting us? Like ये point है उसका Hans का, to provide more RP rather than going directly go and simply cuff him. Is it clear या किसी को अभी भी इसमें डाउट है?
Anybody has any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay, yeah, so you can retain him and okay, एक चीज और बताता हूँ, frisk command में क्या होता है, frisk is about guns and all that thing, तो drugs नहीं आते, तो mostly अगर उसका गन नहीं होगा तो वो ज्यादा कुछ इश्यू नहीं होगा, तो बट आरपी करो पहले, उसके बाद ही जाओ उसके डिटेन पे, so don't go directly please, like that's a request from Hans.
Now comes the second point, the main point. Now, what if you found somebody in a suspicious area call, you had an ID check on them, and you warned them, and you left the area, and now again you got the call of drug sale from the same area, and you found the same person, and you then what to do, right? Then it comes under probable cause. It directly comes under probable cause when it's their second time, but but don't start pointing weapons directly on the people. Okay, don't start cuffing them. Okay, there's somebody hiding in the bush. Fuck.
हंस
Yeah.
मेरे का एक चीज बतानी थी कि आई हैव सीन ऑफिसर्स अरेस्टिंग नॉट सॉरी अरेस्टिंग डिटेनिंग people in felony.
Yeah, felony stop is there.
felony, they will be
But
detained.
नहीं detained like
Hmm.
without proof वाला scene बोल रहा हूँ मैं.
There is मतलब कि कैसे, मतलब समझा नहीं मैं.
I mean,
I'm not getting it.
you don't have any reasonable suspicion or probable cause.
Under a felony stop ना.
Why they
Traffic
doing
stop.
the
felony
felony?
तो
felony
होगी
stop
नहीं,
हुआ है तभी ना जब
the
कोई
नहीं
probable
नहीं
cause.
suspicion
अरे
हो या
but
probable
नहीं
cause.
बिना मतलब का हो रहा है, मैं ऐसा बोल रहा हूँ.
मतलब
He means to
ट्रैफिक
say
स्टॉप में
that कि
क्या
वो
रहा है?
felony stop without reason
नहीं
हुआ
होना
था
चाहिए था.
इंस्टेंस से बस
हाँ, ऐसे मतलब एक बार नहीं हुआ, मैंने ऐसे 3-4 बार देखा है उस
So
हिसाब से.
if if you have clips for that, just forward कर दे हम
नहीं बस
देखें.
मैं ऐसा बता रहा हूँ, ऐसे
No, no,
clips
no,
वाला
no,
scene
no.
नहीं है, just to let
I'll
everyone
be
know.
I'll be very clear on the felony stops. There is
कल
only there
कल
are
हंस भाई कल
yeah.
करते हैं ना इस पे बात. कल
हाँ,
मीटिंग है ना उस चीज की.
कल करते
कल
हैं इस
करते हैं
बात
इस बारे में.
इस पे कल करते हैं. वैसे भी there will be training sessions like this on particular situations frequently. So yep. Walker, do one thing. Take the screenshot and let me know who the people who did not come and who did not post up a reason or DM you or me or anyone the reasons. Okay. I will take some sort of action against them. Okay, and let them know as well. So now comes the main point, is that second time what you do. Now you go there second time, you see the same person and you tell them, okay sir, I've spotted you again over here, and again from the same area I'm getting the same call. So what I'm gonna do, don't start directly pointing weapons and cuffing them. Don't do that. That is like dirty job you are doing. Directly just going in, pointing the weapons and telling them to put their hands up, and they, if they ask, you just say, okay sir, you are second time here, so I'm gonna cuff you up and I'm gonna search you up. No, you have to talk to them. RP is not cuffing somebody. I'll tell okay, out of the topic, okay, it's off topic from this training. The biggest L a cop can take is the paperwork, in my opinion, personally. Is arresting somebody, bringing them to PD, take the fingerprint, attach photos, blah blah blah. That is the end of cop RP, in my opinion. That is the end of cop RP. You are stopping your own RP that way. Okay, so you don't have to directly go and start cuffing them and start searching. No, you have to go and talk to them. Talk to them and okay sir, this is happening again, so what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna bring my K9, if you have a K9. So there are two situations. First, the K9 thing, I'm gonna bring in my K9 and he's gonna sniff you up, and if you find something suspicious, and then we'll go search you up, and if everything is clear, you are free to go, but if everything is not, you'll be get in. Okay, now here comes the next thing. The other person, now you will say that the other person doesn't comply. Obviously he won't comply. Why would he comply? He will start arguing with you. It's as simple as that. Okay, he will start arguing with you. So what you have to do, he's not complying. Obstruction of justice, again the same point. You are under a probable cause and you are not complying, so you have to use force. You tell them, you exchange dialogues.
Thanks Ajman bhai.
Yeah, what? Okay, you exchange dialogues, you talk to them. Okay, talking is RP, cuffing is not RP. Cuffing is basically, what is cuffing? This is cuffing, I'll tell you. Again, basic thing I have to tell you. This is cuffing. That's it. I cuff him up. Trey, can you move? Can you move now? Trey, can you move? Speed?
No.
That's it. End of RP. The end. No, this is not RP. This is competitive fucking RP. Competitive. This is not good. I don't want this in my PD. I'm trying to control myself since many days. I've been observing a lot of things. I've been third party complaints. I've been observing myself only these things. Less of talking is there, more of cuffing and shooting is there. Why? So you talk to them. If they don't comply, then you tell them that, okay sir, I will have to use force. I'm gonna cuff you up and I'm gonna search you by force then, because you are under a probable cause now and I have the full authority to do that. Okay, now then you can cuff them up, search them up, and if you don't find anything, you let them go. If you find anything, then you take them. Okay, now if you don't have a K9, now the second point, if you don't have a K9, if anybody wants to make notes of it, make notes of it. Okay, maybe you will remember this, and my stream will be there. It will be public. You can anytime get into that thing, get on the stream and check the thing for reference. If you don't have a K9, second time you saw somebody in the same area, you talk to them, you tell them, okay, sir, this is happening, please tell me that what is happening, why are you doing this, matlab ki, what are you handing out? But he will say, I told you I'm handing out some, let's say something, okay, but you tell them, no, it is not that. Now I know, because the local called me up. He said that somebody's handing out something very suspicious over here, and you are found here for the second time, right? And you talk to them and you give them a chance to talk back, right? Now, then if the story doesn't match up, as Levi said, story doesn't match up, is giving very shitty reason, you detain them and cuff them up and search them up. Is everything clear till here? Everybody, if anyone has any shitty question you have, put it on me and I will answer it very calmly and systematically.
मेरे को एक डाउट है अंशु भाई,
ये रहना
अभी कल देखे हमारे पास K9 नहीं था, राइट? इन दैट केस कैन वी यूज दैट मैकेनिज्म ऑफ एग्जामिन टारगेट या नहीं?
एग्जामिन टारगेट इज देयर.
We can we use it like अगर वो weed use कर रहा है हमको
examine target is simple. I'll tell you, examine target is like just stand at one place. Examine target is simple. Examine target is nothing but what you see. What are you seeing? IRL, let's say you're standing in front of somebody and you where is it, police actions, examine target, and you see that, okay, why are you sweating, why are you breathing so heavily, right?
Yeah, got it.
It is like that
You
only.
can't use that
Yeah, even if you like
to make
smoke
a
na,
reasonable
तो
suspicion
it's
anyway.
like comes like
एक
smells
मिनट मैं
like
ये आपको
smoking
दिखाना
weed
चाहता हूँ.
या फिर smells like
हाँ,
alcohol if you
एक
drank
मिनट,
alcohol.
मेरे पास
That's
weed
only
है,
for
मैं
like a
use करता हूँ.
personal.
मेरे पास weed है, एक बार चेक करो ना, वो आपको स्मेल कर रहा है क्या? मैं weed पूरा स्मेल करने के बाद, एक मिनट रुको, मैं weed स्मेल कर लूंगा, हो गया. ओके,
उसमें रेड आइज दिखता है वीड का, आई थिंक.
हाँ,
स्मेल्स लाइक मैरिजुआना.
हाँ, एक मिनट
और
चेक
वो
कीजिए ना.
नोटिसेबल भी होता है, नॉर्मल भी होता है. सो
But
अभी
smoking and
एग्जामिन कीजिए
selling
ना.
is like
no, like
different
many
things.
people are not using this. Okay, body sweat. You know, you can ask them, have you smoked any pot recently?
Smells like
When was the
marijuana.
last? Okay, you ask them, bro, I can smell some pot on you or some weed on you. Like you have you smoked recently? You don't go and directly say there is weed in your pocket. No, you ask them, have you smoked it recently? When the last time you smoked? Yeah.
हंस भाई, इसका खाली जब बंदा यूज करता है उसका आता है ये एग्जामिंग टारगेट. उससे
हाँ,
कोई
ये मत
मतलब नहीं
करो.
वो ड्रग्स बेच रहा है तो उससे कोई
Very
Examine
मतलब नहीं होगा
target, you
तुम्हारा.
can do it. It's
no,
simple.
I'm
It is
saying
a server
do
mechanism,
examine target,
Yeah.
but don't use it to turn your reasonable suspicion into anything.
No,
Yeah.
don't
That's
use
like
that.
really
It is
small
for
thing.
your RP only. It is for your RP only. Okay, your RP is getting enhanced over here, right?
You can use these mechanics to crack onto his story. If his story is weak, examine him and then start questioning about those, and his story will start falling apart slowly.
The simple examine target. Okay, what happened? Did you have any workout or anything? You were running, like that. Don't use it like, bro, you are sweating. I can tell, body sweat, labored breathing. What is happening? No, don't be that dumb. Okay.
Got it.
Use it. This is for RP purposes. So, is that clear to everybody?
Yes.
The second point, reasonable suspicion, probable cause, drug calls, everybody cleared. Command members, whoever is the command thing, head sergeant, senior officer. If senior officer is not clear, command member will tell you again. Their job is there to train you. You can ask as many questions to them. Okay, now comes the next thing. Now, sometimes what happens, what I do, how I like to do it, let's say for the first time I found somebody and I talked to them, I had a word with them, I had a chit chat, blah blah blah. Okay, you can always request them. Always remember that you can request them. You can say that, okay sir, if you mind, only if you allow this to be used only under reasonable suspicion, not under probable cause. Always remember that. Okay, you need a permission for the other person. You can tell the person, sir, only if you allow, can I get my canine sniff you and anything, right? You can do that. But if they say no to it, you have to say, okay sir, it's fine, chill, I'll go. That's it. Okay, that is like you tricking them, you know, you are tricking them into something. That is also one thing you can do. If you want to catch somebody, it's okay, you can use it, do it smartly, giving them more RP. They will say, no, I am allergic to dogs. I think there was somebody yesterday at the pier, right? Asuna is there? Asuna is not there. There was somebody yesterday at the pier, and he was like, he was selling something, and I went there and I talked to them, and I get an idea. And at the end, I said, if you mind if I get my dog sniff you, only if you allow. He said, no, I'm allergic to dogs. Then I was like, okay, it's fine. Then I left him, and I told him, okay, you can go, but clear out this area. I told them simply. So more of an RP is there. Now the thing comes, which happens most of the times. Now, whatever I said, this happens in fairy world. This happens 1 in 100 times, that the person doesn't start running or something, you know. Now comes what happens if they start running, you know. Now you will say, sir, अगर ऐसा बात करने लगेंगे, if we start talking, they will run away and it will hamper the RP. Why are you going alone on a reasonable suspicion or on a suspicious activity call in the first place only? Get a unit. Get a unit with you. Only one guy, let's say. Can anybody come over? Who's on the bike? Who is this on the bike? Come over here. Over here. Yeah. Let's say Aaron is there, okay? And I am the first one to respond, right? And my backup is there, right? And one unit is standing there. So what happens is, I should be the only one talking to Aaron, right? Or maybe one more officer who's my ride along. Okay, and the other unit's job is not to come out of the vehicle. Other unit's job is to have engines on and be ready, just in case Aaron starts running and going towards the car, going inside. Okay, he gets into car, takes off, the other unit goes, boom. That should be the whole system. Okay, now that is there. Now comes the next thing, south side. I was actually looking at some situation which happened few days ago in the Vagos area. That is a very good example, by the way. Just a second. Give me a second.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think Coco, Raptor, and few more people were there. Are they here? Anybody from the Vagos shootout? Yesterday, I guess.
I'm here.
Yeah, yesterday. Yep. So I was looking at the situation. I think somebody was streaming. I forgot who was streaming at that time. Okay. Now, Baby Gupta and Aaron, don't move. Okay. This is the guy who was selling drugs, and here was a girl. I think it was Asuka. Aap the na? It was you, right? Yeah. Okay. So what happened is, this guy standing here, the girl is standing there, okay, and there are houses behind, and there are people everywhere behind the houses. Now, what the cops are doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cops are standing here, and 5 of them are looking at them. Like one guy's job, 2 guys' job. What the fuck? Other 3 are doing? Okay. Start responding tactically to the south side. Start giving it a certain importance. That's the second thing. Start having a fear RP. Not like not fear RP is not that. Okay. There's a misconception in people's mind that fear RP is basically a darna, you know, that you're too scared. It is not scared. There should be some fear in you. Okay. Fear means that you're cautious. Remember that you're cautious of responding to the south side location. Let's say if you want to respond to it, that is up to you. But you should have that cautious fear in your head that, okay, this is a gang hood. I am going there, and there have been reports of shooting over there, and I can die as well. So I have to get my units there. Now you get the backup. That's the second thing. Now you got the backup, right? But what is happening still, that fear is not there. Fear RP responding to Southside doesn't mean only getting responding there with units. It doesn't mean that only. Okay, it means that, but not only that. It means that you get your units there and you start thinking tactically. You are more cautious there. You are more careful there. You are doing a very good RP there if you're cautious and careful. You know that there will be people around. It's their area. It's very violent area. What do? You do that. Okay, one or two people stand and talk. Rest of the people scout. Rest of the people can scout, right? That just in case if it turns into a shootout because this area is hot and this area is violent, you are ready to respond to that. It is, I'm not saying that you have to win that. That is a gunplay thing, win lose gunplay thing. That is your aim, shooting, whatever. You die, you win or you lose, I don't care. You catch them, you don't catch them, they loot you, they dump you, whatever happens, I don't care. Okay, what you have to do from your side, you have to portray that proper tactical cop RP while responding into a gang area on a drug call. Okay, more of dialogues, less of shooting, less of cuffing. Remember that. Okay, there's a very good example. Just a second. Huh? There's a very, I did that on purpose few days ago. If anybody remembered, there was a traffic stop at the Strawberry Avenue of a purple Bentley, I guess it was. Bebo, you were there, right?
I was there.
Yeah, people were
Bentley.
there, right? I did that on purpose, by the way. That was just to showcase that how these things are to be handled. That was a purple car, right? So what my character knew, what in character information I had, is that few days ago some people wearing purple mask with purple car got into PD. They started shooting, and there have been regular reports of people from the purple color thing, shooting cops and everything. And most of the situations are always ending up into a shootout or a violent activity, right? So I had that fear and caution in my, sorry, my character had that fear in his head that okay, this is a purple car, this guy is wearing a purple bandana, and this guy is dangerous. This guy is dangerous, so I have to be cautious. What I was doing, Caudal, tell me, while talking to him.
About what? I mean, you were trying to get as much as information you can.
And I was continuously telling people to be on a certain point. I think I was telling one guy, explorer, I was telling to roam around the area, right? So you have to do that. You don't have to like collectively go at one place. सारे लोग एक जगह आ गए. Sorry for Hindi. Some people, all the people at one spot, talking to one guy and having no fear, chilling and treating it like a casual situation. No, that is a gang member. That is a violent character you have in front of you who has a history of shooting cops. So you have to be cautious. I was cautious. I was telling explorer to move around. I was telling one interceptor to stay at the back of the car just in case he takes off. I was telling other explorer, I think Anubhav was there, right? Anubhav, you were there with Maya? Who was there with Maya?
Yesterday?
No, a few days ago. Purple Bentley.
I
And you
was
were
there
not.
with her.
Yeah, you were there with
I was
Maya.
there.
I was telling Jungle to, stand by on the other intersection, just in case somebody comes up from there. His backup came and they were with the backup and they could not do anything, right? But I'm not saying that is an achievement. I'm saying is that I was cautious enough. So you have to deal with those situations that way only. Okay, and always remember Roger, that I have seen Roger that doing these things only, him and a few cops only, and I want everybody to do that. Don't try to escalate the situation, try to de-escalate the situation. Okay, your job is not to escalate, your job is to de-escalate. Okay, have your lethals out in a certain situation, you have fear, it's fine, it's up to you. Don't start pointing weapons. Don't start pointing weapons on somebody. And always remember, on a drug call, if you are able to convince somebody to search them up, don't cuff them first. First, search them up, because you don't have the right to cuff anybody until and unless you have the proper evidence. Remember that. Cuffing somebody means detainment. Proper evidence, which means probable cause, you don't have the right to do it. You tell them, okay sir, face towards the car, I'm gonna search you up. You search them up, you find something, and you tell them, okay sir, I found weed on you, and you have to pass on information to the other person. That is a cop's job. Anywhere you go, any server you go, even in real life, a cop's job is to pass on information to the suspect. The suspect has the full right to know it. You give them more RP. Okay, you found weed on them. Okay, maybe he will try to run, it will turn into a very good chase. Maybe he will his boys will start shooting, right? As soon as you say that, he gives a call on the radio, okay, shoot, right? It will turn into a shootout. Maybe it will turn into some other good RP, you never know. So that's all I want to say regarding the drug calls. I won't be pulling it long. Drug calls is basically
Yeah,
talking.
I have one
Yeah,
last point on
go
this.
on, Gary.
Like just for one suspicious activity call, you need to think about the optimization of your resources as well. Like agar a call, like if one call is coming, like everyone is like, yeah, take two charger to intercept a bike, one bike unit on standby, just for one suspicious activity call. Like I knew that like if the area is hostile, yeah, go with the backup, but don't take all the resources just like for one suspicious activity call. And if there's just one person standing and doing RP with you, right? Your aim should be to promote the RP, not just to win the situation.
Winning the situation, I told you. You're not winning situations by arresting people, you're losing it. You're taking the L of paperwork. Biggest L somebody has to take is paperwork. Who likes paperwork? By the way, how many people like to make MDW over here? I don't. Anyone who likes? Say it. I want to know. Who likes
जो
making
बोलेगा
MDW?
लोग उससे बनवाएंगे सर फिर।
नहीं, tell
अभी
me.
उन सबका काम ही है वो तो करना।
नहीं,
You are avoiding
काम है, that is there, but who likes to make? Who's like, oh,
मतलब बनाने में जोर नहीं आता बस।
I love making MDW. Anybody?
ऐसा कोई नहीं होगा, कोई
लव
नहीं
नहीं सर,
होगा
लेकिन
यहाँ पे।
बनाने में मजा आता है।
हाँ मतलब ऐसा है, लाइक ऐसा नहीं कि
If it's interesting, yes, it is.
No. I'm
अच्छी
talking
केस
about
हो
the
तो
general.
कभी कभी
I'm talking about the
नहीं पसंद है
general
बनाना।
cases most of the times.
चैनल में पूछ रहे हैं हंस,
General.
बता दो किसको पसंद है।
Anyone. Nobody likes it. Nobody
ओके,
likes the
कल
general.
Plus one from my side.
Nobody
कल
likes
करते
it.
हैं बात इस बारे में।
So if you
चलो
don't
कोई
like it, why are you trying so hard to make it? I'm not saying leave them. I'm saying portray proper RP. You wanna catch them, catch them. If you wanna do try hard, there should be some reason for it. Same thing. वो purple Bentley. I made a very good reason out of it. I said, okay, these purple people breached inside PD today this morning and shot the police officers. Na, okay, bring in the A1, bring all the interceptors. There is a proper RP behind that. So there should be a proper RP. Even if you're trying hard, it's fine. It's up to you. It's up to your character. But there should be a reason for that try hard as well. Okay. Always remember that trying hard is a term created by bamchas in the fucking streams and everywhere. Okay. That try hard is a bad thing. No, that is RP. If you want to do try hard, there should be proper RP. That's all I want to say. And I'll be very strict. I'll be very, very strict. From now on, if I see somebody directly going coughing, starting doing that, actions were there, but this time there will be more severe. That's one thing. Second thing, start providing RP to yourself and to others as well. Always remember, whenever a cop provides some RP to any other RP player in the server, any other criminal, civilian, gang member, anyone, they are providing RP to themselves as well. Okay. Third thing, anyone seen, again the same thing I'm repeating it because it's important, very important, and it's been pissing me off since 3-4 days. I've been looking at things and they were like really dirty. Always remember, whatever wrong you do, people are not gonna tell you that you're a bad cop. People are gonna come up to me and tell me that you're a bad cop, that your officers are doing that. So I am a kind of a person who doesn't take, जो मतलब कि सुन के नहीं लेता. ठीक है, कोई somebody comes up to me and tells me that you are not a very good chief, ये वो, okay, that's gonna piss me off ASAP, and that is the reason I've called the training. So that's all for today. That was the 37 call training. Next time there will be a 99AB training, okay, and that will also include the pursuit trainings as well. Tomorrow there is a meeting, a feedback meeting from you guys on Discord. Please be there. That's all. Anybody has any doubts can ask me. Go back to your RP.
अपना पॉइंट रेडी रखो कल के लिए। जिस जिसको जो भी दिक्कत है, जिस जिसको जो सजेशन देना है अपने कल रेडी रखना 6 बजे की मीटिंग के लिए, ठीक है?
All right, sir.
That's all. If anybody wants to go. I'm here till 10-15 minutes to take doubts. If anybody has doubts.
किसी को डाउट है
मुझे
37
एक है
कॉल का खाली?
Go on.
हाँ
No answer.
37 का ही है बेसिकली इट्स द सेकंड टाइम कैचिंग दैट सस्पेक्ट वो सेकंड टाइम हम लोग देखे मेरे पास K9 है मेरा एंड व्हाट आई डू इज कि मेरे पास प्रोबेबल कॉज है उसको स्निफ करने का सो ही डजंट गिव हिज कंसेंट कि मैं स्निफ नहीं करना चाहता हूँ इन लॉफुली आई कैन डिटेन हिम एंड स्निफ
Yeah.
बट वो बोलता है कि मुझे एलर्जीज है एंड एवरीथिंग सो ही विल टेक इट टू
Oh
कोर्ट
yeah.
विल
Okay.
दैट
Okay. Okay.
दैट्स ओके राइट
Then no. Then don't let the canons in. If you search them up, you tell them,
ऑलराइट
okay, sir,
ऑलराइट
okay, sir, I'm gonna frisk you and search you up. Then you have
तो
two
रोलर
options.
रोज है आपके पास, सिंपल करो ना, उसको सर्च
Yeah.
करो।
ये लॉफुली डिटेन
Work
करके
according to their RP. Na, if he's saying I am allergic to dogs, okay, sir, I have another option. I can search you up.
ऑलराइट
But remember that second time search is also not mandatory. If the other person is giving a very good reason, very good RP, then back of the mind you know he's selling drugs, but he's giving very good RP, innovative RP. You have to leave them. Your job is to promote
Also,
RP.
yeah, one of the worst things a criminal can go through, and this is talking out about experience, is setting up RP, spending time to, set up a whole plan, a whole, an excuse, whatever, taking your time, the effort, and then a cop just instantly denies it and arrests you. That is one of the worst things that can happen to you as a criminal. So try not to do that. Always give people a chance, to provide their RP.
Yeah,
True.
one more thing. One point I forgot to cover. I've been selling weed from Cream Character on very hot areas. By the way, I don't sell at fucking what do you say, Palito or somewhere. I've been selling inside the city just to check as well, right? I've been doing that. I'll be very honest and straightforward. I'll be doing that. Today I was selling weed at the fucking Dean's World. 1 hour I sold weed, nobody came. At the end, after 1 hour, when I sold like 100 baggies, Hardy came with his team. People are not responding to 37 calls. Start
Chief,
responding.
just open the dispatch and check how many calls are we getting. Just
Yeah.
hit the
Okay.
dispatch
Now
once.
now
and
now
How
37
many
calls are
officers are on
okay.
duty?
If there is no other priority call, you're on code one, respond to 37 calls. Reason for that is it's been happening a lot. Okay. With that, you will be able to promote RP in the server, in the whole server. Trust me. How? I'll tell you. I am selling weed. I come from 6 to 12 in the server and I sell weed a lot and nobody is responding. I will sell it. I will sell it. Now, if cops start responding, I will see cops responding. Maybe I'll get arrested once. I will stop selling weed at that time. I will reduce it and I will go for some other RP. अब even 6 से लेके 12 बजे तक I will be grinding and not doing any RP and you guys responding to that, not responding to that. I'll be just grinding, not doing any RP. The server is not getting any RP out of me. I'm just a what is a liability to the server as a crim RPer, right? Because I'm just grinding at that time, not doing any other RP. Simple as that. So I'm just a liability. I'll be honest. I'll be honest. So what if you start responding and I will say, okay, bro, at this time cops are responding. I will reduce my weed selling. I will reduce my grind and I will more focus upon RP. I will do some other RP. I will start finding other ways to make money, which will lead into RP. So you guys are giving RP to others only. So from a liability, I turn into an asset for the server.
Sounds
अरे
actually
मतलब
a question.
मेरा एक क्वेश्चन था
Yeah.
सो एक क्वेश्चन का जो डाउट था कि अगर मतलब जैसे अगर हफ्ते 2 हफ्ते तक भी अगर आपके उससे चाहे तो एक आध भी नहीं पकड़ा गया तो उससे तरफ से वो कोई इशू तो नहीं आएगा ना कि क्यों नहीं पकड़ा गया एक भी पकड़े क्यों नहीं जा रहे हैं
पकड़ना is not a goal.
हाँ
Remember
नहीं है ना
that.
पकड़ने
Don't be
गोल
confused, guys.
हाँ हाँ
Catching
मतलब
somebody
सपोर्टिव
is
आरपी
not the
दे रहे हैं
goal.
ना
Yeah.
मतलब कॉप्स आर द सपोर्टिव
Okay.
आरपी ओनली ना
I'll be very straightforward and strict on this. Catching a criminal is not the goal. The goal is to promote RP. That's it. The goal is to promote RP. Catching
गोल
somebody is not the goal.
हमेशा नहीं जीत सकते भाई
नहीं हमेशा
जीतना
नहीं
नहीं
ऐसे
है.
हमेशा नहीं
भाई
जीत
मैं
सही बात है
रात के टाइम पे
मैं भी 2 ढाई साल से कॉप आरपी खेल रहा हूँ आई
एट
नो बट
नाइट
जस्ट सपोर्टिव आरपी देनी है ना
Bro,
दैट्स
you guys should do RP at the NA batch, NA shift.
देवी तेरे को जी चाहिए क्या देवू?
नहीं मुझे जीत नहीं चाहिए, लेकिन ये जो अभी आया ना,
We
मैं
even at the
फोन से
initiate
था।
they don't even follow guys in the
वेट
tunnels.
गाइस, कल है ना मीटिंग, इस चीज के बारे में कल बात करते हैं। आरपी करो
Cool.
अंदर जाके, टाइम हो चुका है। ठीक है, बहुत
Cool.
8
That's all.
बज रहे
That's
सर्वर
all.
में।
That's all. Everybody can go.
मैं भी जा रहा हूँ।
Move.
जिसको कुछ दिक्कत है वो रुको, नहीं तो सब जाओ। कुछ प्रॉब्लम है 37 को लेके खाली।
That's
वो
all.
एक और था कि जो 37 में ऑक्सी सेल्स होते हैं, ऑक्सी और वीड के जो रन्स होते हैं, उसमें तो लाइक कार का यूज होता है एंड द कार व्हीकल इज ऑलवेज फ्लैग। तो उसका क्या करना है, वो नहीं चेक करना है, फिर
Felony
इग्नोर
stop.
करना
Felony stop. Flag
नहीं
vehicle.
stop
That
है
is
यार।
that is
है।
other.
नहीं ऑन सीन अभी हम पहुंचे हैं, ठीक है, एक व्हीकल है एंड वो बंदा बॉक्स लेके खड़ा है और बेचने वाला है, तो उस सिनेरियो में
You ask them, is this
हाँ
vehicle
तो
yours? If he says yes,
हाँ
tell them it's flagged. Okay, cuff them up.
ठीक है।
Reasonable suspicion. That is not even a reasonable suspicion. Flagged
Cause
vehicle is
है वो।
directly a probable cause if somebody is found in a
हाँ
flagged vehicle. There is a proper system of it. And yeah, one more thing. Guy holding a box. You don't know what's in that box. Okay? He can say, okay, there are fruits in this box. Remember that. If somebody is standing and holding a box in their hand, that is not a suspicious package. Suspicious package only you get to know when it is inside a car and you hover it over it. You know, hover something over it. That means you are in a
Yeah.
possession of that box, and that hover is not for that. That you hover it and okay, this is a suspicious package. No, that is basically you holding that box in your hand and you opening it and saying that okay, there is something wrong in this. And there is a marking marked for police Caesar marking. That RP is already done 2 months ago. What are you asking?
And
वे सिंपल ये है, इफ यू सी समवन किसी हाथ डब्बा लेके, तो डायरेक्टली तुम ये नहीं कह सकते हाँ भाई तू ऑक्सी कर रहा है। ठीक है,
What's
उससे
in the
भाई
box?
आरपी
Give me
करो
the
जाके,
box.
पूछो
I
उनसे
want to check the box. Simple.
बस।
You will
Start
check the
connecting.
box. Connecting the dots. Use your head. That's all. If anybody wants to leave. Go back to RP.
So I have a question.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
have a question.
Yeah, quite.
So when you get a 37 core, you know, you get this icon on the map, right? That we go and investigate. Let's say I go and investigate it. Does it remove it removes the icon for me? Does it remove it for everyone else?
Yep, it does.
It does because somebody
Then
responded.
yeah. Then there shouldn't be like, it shouldn't be like protocol that there shouldn't be many icons, because sometimes there's so many of those icons. We should just have officers go around and
people are not
spend.
responding. Nah, people are not responding. That's why.
No, wait. अगर like you are not responding or that call, तो that marker not remove your map. So you use your command clear. वो they remove all the past like markers in your GPS. Simple.
He's talking about like if
No,
people are
his question is
responding.
different. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
asking कि if he goes, so that will
नहीं, उसको
everybody
can tell.
like,
उसको
get
बोलता
the
है
marker
कि
removed?
does it happen?
No. It's only for you.
Only for you.
It's
Yeah,
only for
yes.
you. Yeah. It doesn't respond clear. But that's still the problem is not okay. There are still too many 37 calls. Everyone
See,
wants
it's
to respond
easy.
to
What
99
Hans
bit.
wanna say is कि if you guys respond, maybe they'll give you chase. Okay, maybe there will be escape, or maybe they'll switch to different jobs. Every way is gonna give RP to the server or to you guys. So that's what Hans wanna say. Okay, that's the
Yeah,
basic thing.
the whole thing. That's the thing. Like I only do like I do a lot of 37 calls, but I encourage people to do 37 calls. रात के time पे even I pay $5,000 for cops to respond to.
You never gave me that
मेरे को नहीं दिए
$5,000,
रोजर, पर आज
Roger.
तक नहीं दिए।
Yeah, ये तो
Nice.
झूठ है रॉजर, देखो हम भी आए हैं।
Yeah, from now on, from now on, I'll be also keeping an eye. No need to pay $5,000. Okay, get me the names who are when there is
It's just a
when there is no
yeah.
situation and people are still not responding to the 37 calls. Give me the call sign, and if they're repetitive, out of the PD. Fuck off, out of my PD.
Guys, it's just a scam, by the way. I'm not giving 5,000.
It was a scam, Roger. I never got
हाँ,
it.
मैं लेके जाऊंगा रोजर भाई, एक बात है।
I guess you.
That's okay.
Okay,
Alright, goodbye, guys.
Anybody else in doubts? Because I'll also go back to RP.
no doubt.
Bye.
Okay, गैरी भाई अमेरिकन बर्थडे।
God, this was important, chat. I'm back. Okay. This was very important. Very, very, very important. This was happening a lot. Let's get back to duty, chat.
to dispatch, can you assign me a ride along?
Anyone want to dispatch any bike units? Anyone on bike patrol?
10-4. 10-4.
I need a bike out on bike patrol.
505.
This was very important. The law officer क्या हाल है जेठालाल? मैं कितना साल का? I'm 28. I'll be 29 this September. Fuck, I'll be 29. मैं बड़ा हो रहा हूँ. That मैं बड़ा हो रहा हूँ. कभी कॉलेज में CS को खेलते थे, अभी ये बकचोदी हो रही है. ये ज़रूरी है. ये चीज़ ज़रूरी है भाई. ड्रग कॉल से, एक छोटा सा ड्रग कॉल से बहुत RP आ सकता है भाई. क्या बोर मारता है भाई DOC में. लिटरली नो इनमेट सिंस मॉर्निंग. मज़ा है. कहाँ भाई? क्या अल्लाह भी क्या अल्लाह अमन. गुड इन लीडर हो. थैंक्स ब्रो. पीडी की मार के रखी है. नहीं वो थोड़ा ब्रीफ दूँ ना. अभी आया हूँ. कोई ड्रग कॉल का समझाया था. हमारा सी एम या गिव्स आरपी क्रिमिनल सिविलियंस. हाँ वही तो, सबको RP मिल रहा है. Markley, are you the bike unit?
10-4, sir.
Then get a bike out. Be on bike patrol.
10-4, sir. I'm just gonna be 10-7 for 2 minutes, sir. Just have to do something.
10-4. Oh, drive the Mustang.
603 10-8. Any actives?
Negative on that. ड्रग कॉल का समझाया कैसे रिस्पॉन्ड करना.
37 कॉल.
No, next week I'll do the 99 years. उसमें भी बहुत फकअप्स आ रहे हैं. और वो बहुत बड़ा आ रहा है भाई. यहाँ पे कौन बेच के गया है? यहाँ होता है क्या? यहाँ का पेड ये होता है क्या? नोबडी हियर. यहाँ भी नहीं है. सामने होगा शायद. सामने देखते हैं. Nobody here. Clear. निकल लिया. बट अबाउट बूस्टिंग सीन वही तो 99 ए भी अगले हफ्ते. बूस्टिंग का अगले हफ्ते समझाना कैसे करना है रिस्पॉन्ड.
पुलिस वाले भाई.
हाँ बोल भाई.
भाई तू बड़ा अमीर लग रहा है यार. मस्टैंग में घूम रहा है. कुछ पैसे दे दे यार. एक वैन खरीदनी है बस.
For you to dispatch, update me when a ride along is available. I'm unattended.
Yo, your car is actually on a footpath. Park it properly or it will be impounded for parking violation.
Okay. I'll be 76 to MRPP. Give me 2 mics.
10-4.
I'll be going at 9. 9 बजे I'll leave. I heard they buffed the Mustang. Let's check.
For you to dispatch, did someone respond to the weed plantation call?
I'm not sure, but I know the location of it.
20.
It's gonna be Tantavian Mountains, the second second off-road road.
Los Santos freeway के side पे.
Aluminum की तरफ है.
10-4. Aaron and Yuvraj, you guys respond, okay? I'll be coming.
10-4, sir.
What is a weed plantation? Hello? think PD is banned from burger shot, right? I guess something happened. नजीद वागज वाला एग्जांपल भी अच्छा दिया, कोई ऑफिसर विन विन के चक्कर में पीडी को हिट मिलता है। नहीं हेटफुल वाला क्या हुआ है वैसे चैट, क्या हुआ मेरे को नहीं मालूम क्या हुआ है। आज भी कुछ हुआ है? कुछ हुआ है क्या आज?
वो पुलिस वाला ही है यार, उसका ट्रैकर भी नहीं दिख रहा मेरे को। चोरी तो नहीं हो गई गाड़ी?
वाइट कलर की गाड़ी थी क्या?
नहीं, मेरे को ट्रैकर नहीं दिख रहा। ब्लैक गैलीवेंटर पत्ती बना के घूम रही थी पूरा।
अरे वो जज है।
पता है जज के साथ मेरा क्या सीन हुआ? स्टार लेके वो पीछे पीछे घूम रहा था बहुत देर से, और वो एकदम से पीछे क्लोज आके रुक गया। अब मैंने उसको बोल दिया सर मारोगे तो नहीं? कहता है वो
मारोगे तो नहीं मार रहे यार, बात करने के लिए क्यों मारेंगे? हाँ भाई हंस, क्या हाल है? सब बढ़िया?
लगता है टूटी फूटी गाड़ी में मारने आएंगे।
भाई टी 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 आवाज आने वाला है। हंसर अभी 2 ऑफिसर का भी देखना। 3
अरे हंसर है क्या? हंसर सुनो,
हंसर है वे, चीफ है चीफ। चीफ सर क्या हाल से? सब बढ़िया?
आवाज खा लिया सर आपने भी?
और रगा अपना काम करना।
मावा +176 was latest 99B. Good to.
Traffic +1.
406 same traffic.
Same traffic +1.
Switch it to radio 2. No, it's 37 code 2 or requesting 177 on this.
+1. It's at the wheat plantation. We got like 20 plus plants here. Can we get one additional?
Control. You need 20?
It's right on the mountains near the Palomino.
Yeah, you see my tracker.
Control 1176.
We're needing an interceptor unit.
20?
इंटरसेप्टर फेल दी जो पीछे।
I want one person who is at the PD respond to this 911. It's at the near the strawberry to get that bike back. I think Markley had a code 0.
Negative, so that's not me, sir.
The people at the PD, hello, dispatch. Somebody respond to the 911. Recover that bike. There's only one of it we have. 2.
Negative, sir. I think that's another bike unit that was out.
10-4. Please recover that. 1176 to the weed plantation call. ET is gonna be 3 mics. No.
More than 40 plants.
10-4.
And I have a new location for a new patch I saw from the urban last week.
I got the 911 call of that guy who messaged us.
Prior to UV, I see some blood lying around over here.
No.
Take you to the evidence.
Either I am too bad at driving or it is the rain, and I prefer the rain as an excuse. for my bad driving of this interceptor. How the fuck did I clear the exam? By the way, guys, I have cleared the test as well for the interceptor. I still don't know how, but yep, I did it. For the Challenger and Mustang, I did it. Corvette, I did the Pursuit. That's why I don't drive Corvette that much.
Uh, 529 to dispatch.
Send it.
We'll be needing more units on this 99 B80. Interceptor would be preferred.
What class of vehicle?
It's an A class.
10-4.
You need a bike unit?
I think it's a car, so bike unit is not required. Ranjendra, respond to that. Switches to radio
We
2.
need an interceptor unit.
Ranjendra, respond with the Challenger. And guys at the PD, I need 1 unit to respond to it ASAP.
6 units on the bike to MRPD.
406 switching to frequency 2 for the 8.
Go this way.
Sage, I'll be up in that hill to see if anyone's coming here.
Copy.
Did you click the photos?
Yeah, we did.
10-4. I got photos of the blood that was on near the leaves as well, so you can check that out.
These are freshly harvested.
Start destroying. If you got the
email
photos.
Yeah, we did. वहाँ पे blood samples होंगे, ठीक है? आपके पास ही होंगे, maybe. Hold on.
हाँ, वो उठाते रहो. I'll destroy. You collect the bloods.
Alright.
Harvested.
Let me know if you need any help.
Parks, thanks a lot for the 100, brother. Appreciated. Love you, bro. Meri jaan. Thanks a
Yeah, you
lot.
can start destroying. I'll get the evidence.
Love you, bro. Shati Singh ने burger ले लिया. No dark direct car. Never time to give back the license. क्या हो गया भाई? इतना इलीगल तो मैंने नहीं हो गया भाई, जो ये बंदे ने हो गया भाई. अबे टूट के चला गया.
You say destroy?
Yes, sir.
No, we have to destroy it, no?
I thought we will collect them all and put them the evidence box or something.
Yeah, that's what we do. We destroy it. We don't harvest it. Prepare a report and
We
give
get
me
the
the number.
fertilizers. Return for.
Damn, that's a lots of weed. भाई चार्ल्स वेगा भी यही काम करता है, हार्वेस्ट प्लांटिंग, ठीक है. माइकल हांस भी यही काम कर रहा है. चल क्या रहा है बेटी चोद? वीड पे सारी कहानी चल रही है क्या मेरी दोनों कैरेक्टर की? बहुत सारे वीड है. अबे हार्वेस्ट हो जाए यार, एक आध तो मिल जाए. जिसकी होगी उसको इतना नुकसान होगा. ये तो नहीं भाई, वो तो होगा ही, नुकसान तो होगा ही. दैट इज द कॉन्सिक्वेंस ऑफ आरपी. सिंपल.
Yeah. 3283 for the
जॉइंट बना के फूकने का.
10-4.
Bro, literally, how many weed? Hello?
How many do you have with you?
I have like 16 on me.
Said you have more than
Bro,
40
this is actually whoa.
इसी
Cyber
मेहनत
to
बर्बाद हो गई.
dispatch. There was a Sultan RS that just came next to me and just cuffed me and ran away for no reason.
Cuff?
Where?
Was it a red one?
Yeah, the red one. Sultan red one. There's 4 people or 4 occupants inside there.
राजेंद्र वही है.
406. Yeah, sir. ये रेड कलर की जो सुल्तान थी हमारे बगल में 4 लोग थे.
वही है.
वही है. हाँ, मैंने देखा कब करते हैं. PDBS twice latest 9 on possible hostage situation. 10-4.
.409 back on radio 1 +1.
अपना Disregard.
And further to this person, they were saying that they were after some girl. They said that he's not the person, so they might be after office, I think.
ठीक आप छोड़ के जाओ मैं कर देता हूँ
10-4.
मशीन नहीं है फाइनली 7th और 8th report of my week application या 8 I believe उसको मिला के 7 या 8 होगा
अभी इन पे शूट होगा और ये डाउन
ये get disbanded. I don't know.
Chief knows.
Is it need to know basis, sir?
What?
The reason for IAA disbanding.
I got 17.
I got like 20 of them. Check. 19.
लव भी नहीं चल रहा कुछ नहीं है भाई कुछ नहीं है
They
भाई
mass buy the fertilizer and use them this.
Mass
We auction them.
wheat tons.
Simple PD account OG
How much do you have? 90. How much do you have, Chief?
14 bro there's a
409
lot.
plus
Keep all of them in my trunk.
latest 911 call at the Hay store.
Keep all of them in my trunk. I'll put them in evidence. Prepare the MDW and give me the number, evidence locker number.
Yeah, Sage.
112 Rex.
It, sir.
311ing my number. Call me, okay?
I have your number. I'll call you.
It's all. Okay. Let me.
3283. We might also have one more
Roll ahead.
plantation. We're gonna check it out.
Yeah, go. Lead me.
Sage knows the
location. ठीक है.
Okay, hello Rex.
एक और location जा रहा मैं.
Listen.
Yep.
What do you say? This is the thing. Okay, we've been catching a lot of weed plantations. Okay, and the fertilizers वो सड़ रहे हैं. ठीक है, पड़े हुए. ठीक है.
हाँ.
ऐसा करो as a park ranger executive.
बहुत fertilizer.
Yeah, as a park ranger executive, collect them all in one locker. Okay, जितना भी पुराना है. ठीक है. And send a invite to all the 3 dispensaries and the farmers that PD is holding an auction for the mass sale of fertilizers. Okay. Hello.
I'm just gonna respond to the latest 911 call.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
So
I can.
mass auction for the fertilizers. So anyone who is who is interested, keep a day.
I can burn it.
Yeah. Keep it from park ranger side. Okay.
Yep. We will keep it from park
Yeah.
side. So I'll arrange the fertilizers today.
Today. And send an invite to all the dispensaries and all the farmers. Tweet it out.
317 plus 1 7
So,
person to take it to the judge.
But this should go to the dispensaries only, registered dispensaries, because
obviously.
Do one thing, send it to dispensaries only, not to the farmers, okay? Because farmers we never know who is farmer and who is not. Dispensaries we know who they are, right? वो तीनों जितना 3-4 डिस्पेंसरीज हैं सबको भेज दो, ठीक है? और मैं ये आंद्रे पेट्रोव की पेन ड्राइव लौटा के आया, ठीक है?
हाँ.
आज कांड करेंगे.
ब्लैक वाली.
चीफ मेरे डिक्की में डाल दो फर्टिलाइजर.
ना चलो. हाँ डाल दो. हाँ ले लो.
5-6 plus 1 is at the latest 911 call. It seems to be a store robbery with a motorbike involved. Can we get a bike unit?
10 I'm coming. The bike unit.
Switch over to some other radio for the 78 situation.
Snake S Gen 7.
Hold on.
3 to the back unit. Let's have the 911 call switch over to radio 3.
Hop in the vehicle.
112 Rex. Davis.
Sir, he's on frequency
10-4-409 back on radio 1, send it.
Yeah, you free?
10-4 sir. I was in 72 situation.
Right along, right. See my tracker? Okay. Join us in the weed hunting for Aaron and Yuvraj. Okay, I'll fall back there when you come.
10-4.
Dispatch anyone for how long?
327.
I don't think there is anybody. हाँ बेटा बोल.
I will be requesting
सर मैं
units
पूछ रहा
at the
था
store
कि
robbery.
एक जो बाइक है ये स्टोर रॉबरी पे एस्केपिंग यूनिट, इसमें एयर1 नहीं ला सकते ना?
नहीं एयर1 नहीं ला सकते. एयर1 एस प्लस नहीं. स्टोर रॉबरी क्या, मेरी बात सुन ना राजेंद्र, देखो
हाँ.
आगे से याद रखें, वैल्यू के हिसाब से चलो. स्टोर रॉबरी में कितना मिलता है? 10-15 हज़ार. उसके लिए हम लोग अपना इतना महंगा एयर1 निकाले, पागल है क्या? समझ रहा ना?
हाँ ओके, हाँ हाँ ठीक
तो
ठीक.
वही ना, तो वैल्यू के हिसाब से चलो. समझ रहे हो? बाइक यूनिट है, बाइक अपने पास बाइक वाले बहुत बढ़िया है. चलिए आप पर गाड़ मार लेंगे, अपनी बाइक बहुत अच्छी है.
समझ गया. वही मैं कंफर्म कर रहा था बस.
रखता हूँ. ठीक है.
ओके.
100x your ETA. Rex Davis ETA.
10-4, send it.
ETA.
M76.
Yeah, we are at the Vinewood Boulevard by the way. We're moving west.
10-4, I'll be short.
Well, the spot would be a little southeast of the fish selling spot.
If you guys are wheat plants, let me tell you, it's in mostly in the slope sides and like they planted near the
they
plant
have
so
this
that
spot. They have this spot. Just get to that place, okay, and talk to them. Don't
I'll
on the
wait.
radio. Okay, Rex, fall back from the weird thing. We respond to that A class. Okay.
322 plus 176.
10-4. Plus 176 to the 99.
पता था मेरे को ठुकेगा.
Plus 123.
God Eyes, Southwest, Aguja Street.
Right.
He's gonna be heading southbound Bay City.
Bagashot internal affairs is taking care of that. Let's see. तक रूस्टर्स वालों की पेन ड्राइव वापस करके आता हूँ भाई.
I am a stationary man.
Route to 101, it's out.
क्या हुआ?
यहीं पर था बट निकल गया यहाँ से.
ले गया और क्या?
Dispatch 3803, show me 1041.
10 for Rio.
Dispatch any EMS, not EMS, any forensic unit available?
10 for suspended.
10 for Rio.
Can you please 25 at MRPD reception?
10 for Rio.
Next airone निकालूंगा.
Who said the 10-4? Respond to reception right now.
ETAs will be 3 mics Rio for the forensics guy. 10 for Rio. भाई
303 to
वही जज
dispatch.
सेनेटर देख
Assign
रहे शायद।
yourself with your unit, with your ride along officer.
10 पर रियो।
Character, yes, sir. Can you get assign me with a ride along partner, please?
Ash, can we
I'm
switch
not
over to some other
dispatcher.
frequency?
Yeah, let's go 3.
Okay, Aaron, I don't think there is something. Let's fall back. Check करना कर लो.
Alright.
It's up to you. Check करना
The
कर लो.
next
I'm
time,
falling back.
I mean, the next time I'll take out an urban, I'll look over once. So this place.
Simple.
Dispatch, any Kutta unit available?
10 for Rio. Where do you want it, Rio?
At the MRBD reception, need to ask something.
10 for Rio. 76 ET is gonna be 2 mics, Rio.
10 4. What about the forensic guy?
ET is 2 mics, Rio.
76.
10 4.
गाड़ी में जितने मर्जी डाल लो भाई, 5 डाल लो। 5 डोर तो है, 5 सीटर तो है ही अपना। 3 पीछे बैठ जाते, 2 आगे बैठ जाते हैं, बाकी 10-15 डिक्की में भर लो। करना ही है। Yes, cheers. What up, Sarah? How you doing? कैसे हो सारा? Chasing people. Okay. And this Mustang. Let's see. 1 to राजेंद्र. दूसरे रेडियो प्लेयर को कॉल करते हैं इसको.
Send it.
हाँ स्विच करेगा?
कहाँ पे?
मस्टैंग.
करेंगे सर, क्या बात होगी बताओ।
बता, तू बता। हमारा मन
मेरे
कर
को
रहा
कोई
है चैलेंजर
दिक्कत नहीं है,
चलाने
वैसे
का।
मेरे को चला लो मन है तो वैसे यार अपना कुछ चालू नहीं।
पीडी आजा।
आ रहा।
तो कौन से रेडियो पे क्या कर रहा है?
3 पे 2 पे स्टोर रॉबरी।
तू क्या कर रहा है उसमें?
मैं हूँ अभी, पता नहीं, यहाँ बाइक यूनिट है एक चेस के लिए।
अच्छा। मैं आ जाता हूँ। कहाँ पे स्टोर रॉबरी?
हेज।
आता हूँ, मैं चेंज करके आता हूँ। हाँ रियो बोल, ठीक है था।
अच्छा K9 यूनिट आपके पास है?
हाँ बोलो।
गाड़ी दे रहे हो
अरे
क्या
आप तो
हंस?
महंगे पड़ जाओगे आपको।
क्या करना क्या?
अरे मैं सोच रहा था कि कोई किसी को $1000 दे के बांध देता हूँ किसी K9 वाले को, बिना उसके तो 1037
बेटा कॉल साइन बोल। अरे
406
जाना रियो 4060 का डाल के लेके आ रहा तेरा।
हाँ yeah 10-4 it's on bike unit. I will take
Buddy, how's it going?
the chapter is required anyway.
We'll try the challenge. What you can no boosting today, huh? Well, you've not been boosting. I don't know.
Forensics का is 23 hours का मारती थी.
10-4. अरे आंसर निकल गया क्या?
आ रहा हूँ वापस।
+1 back on radio 1.
Should get back on frequency 1 last 99B is code for VCP.
हेलो
सर कौन से चेज में भेज देते हो? बंदा स्टार्ट हो पहले रो दिया था।
क्या बोला?
मैं नहीं करूंगा ये वो फिर बाद में कहता अच्छा इट इज माय बैड डे ये वो भाई क्या ही बोले।
वही था क्या बैड डे वाला?
T20 10
यस
क्या बात कर रहा है?
हाँ भाई रो दिया था भाई स्टार्ट होने से पहले। पता है मैं पहुंचा, आई वाज स्टेशनरी इन द अपोजिट लेन, मेरे में आके ठोका, खुद 2 बार ठोका और खुद जाके गड्ढे में गिर गया। इज लाइक तो पिट कर लो, पपल कर लो तुम। मैं बोला व्हाट द फक, मैंने तो रुका हूं, तुम खुद आके मारे हो। अरे आई एम नॉट डूइंग इट, चलो गाइस अरेस्ट मी, डिटेन मी। एंड फिर अगेन गाड़ी में बैठ के चलो लेट्स गो, आई एम नॉट गोना। ये मैं कहा भाई हो गया भाई ठीक।
विलियम मैच ठीक है।
मैं बोला
और ये
अच्छा
बताओ
इसलिए
उन्होंने
मेरे को
तुम्हें
आता
हाँ
था
कौन
इसमें भी
लेकिन
किया हम किया कुछ
बेस्ट फ्रेंड।
कौन?
बेस्ट फ्रेंड
नहीं नहीं, पकड़ा कि नहीं पकड़ा ये पूछ रहा हूँ।
नहीं भाई,
तो कैसे मालूम होगा, क्या पता था?
वही तो नहीं पता। बेस्ट फ्रेंड
हमने कह रहा हूँ
चल रखता हूँ।
आर्डर कर रहा था
और ये
बस ये
अरे
बता।
गाड़ियों की चाबी नहीं होती क्या अपने पास आजकल?
अरे नहीं, ये प्राइवेट गाड़ी में घूम रहा होगा। आयरन था ना, आयरन की व्हीकल प्राइवेट। आई मीन
भाई इंटरसेप्टर का पूछ रहा हूँ मैं।
क्या 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 वो सर?
इंटर हाँ आजकल कभी कभी नहीं होती। इफ यू आर नॉट लाइक यू हैव टू, इफ यू डोंट हैव द कीज ना, एक बार ड्यूटी ऑन कर लिया करो फिर। कभी कभी नहीं होती है, डोंट नो आजकल
जो माल पानी कचरा वट्टा दिया है तुमको मेरे को दे दो।
होती है, ड्यूटी ऑन करना पड़ता है कभी कभी।
ओ राजेंद्र ले जियो मस्टैंग।
चलो मैं रखता हूँ।
किसकी बात कर रहा था ये चैट? किसी को कुछ आइडिया? मैं भूख लगी भाई, बर्गर शॉट तो बैन हो रखे हैं। काली पेनड्राइव जेब में लेके घूम रहा हूँ 3-3 आंध्र पेत्रों के लिए। देखो भाई ये देखो, 1 2 3 जितनी चाहिए वो ले ले भाई अब तू।
अच्छा मिलता है यहाँ पर।
यहाँ तो सब बढ़िया। और बताओ आंसर।
मैम
कैसे?
कैन आई नो योर ऑर्डर प्लीज?
क्या देखो अभी भी कैरी हो रहा है क्या?
कैरी कर रहे हैं नोंडो।
आई मर्डर मील। ओके मैम। यस
जोई ट्रीट दे रही है।
यस चीफ। चीफ
5
K9 भी दिला दो।
5
केनन
में
जोशी।
जोशी मैंने टेस्ट तो कब से क्लियर कर दिया है, मिला ही नहीं अभी तक ये K9।
आई थिंक वो इंपोर्ट
15 के बाद
जो
मिलेगा
ब्रीड्स है
K9।
ना।
हेलो राम
आज
यार।
पूरी पीडी साथ
अरे
में आई
हंसा
है क्या?
कितनी
सर
लग रही है?
हमारा लाइसेंस वो मिल रखा है हमको
1
K9
2
का
3
फिर भी।
4 5 6
कॉल कर मेरे को।
हाँ तो +1 राइड अलोंग।
और बताओ
सेंटर से
देखू नल्ले।
हाँ बताओ सर, बताओ क्या हाल है।
फोन आ रहा, रुको।
अरे
हाँ बोलो
अरे
रिया।
तुमसे
अरे
मिलना
मैं
था
ये
ना
बोल
सर।
रहा हूँ, अरे मेरे को ना एक आइटम दिखाना था। वो एक जो अपने जो पेट्रोव की जो एक आपका जो काली कलर की यूएसबी चोरी
भाई
हो
मैं
गई थी
जेब
ना,
में 3 लेके घूम रहा हूँ।
वही मैं भी कह रहा हूँ, मेरे पास भी है।
हाँ
एक आध
चलो।
उसकी बना के चिपका दे क्या?
हाँ भाई तो आएगा तो कोई ना कोई दे देंगे। ये ले भाई, तू 1 मांग रहा था 4 ले।
अबे नहीं नहीं, एक नहीं, उसको देंगे एक ही सर, ये आपकी वाली है। अगर उसने कुछ ऑब्जेक्शन उठाया कि नहीं इसमें मेरा डाटा नहीं है क्या, तो बोल देंगे कोई बात नहीं, ठीक है भाई रख ले और क्या।
हाँ हाँ हाँ
तब
डाटा
की तब
बोल देंगे।
देखेंगे, वरना एक पकड़ा
डाटा
दो।
बोल देंगे थोड़े दिन, काफी दिन हो गए ना, पड़ी पड़ी डाटा उड़ गया। हाँ हमें नहीं मालूम भाई, हमें नहीं मालूम क्या डाटा नहीं, हमें क्या मालूम भाई।
ठीक है ठीक है ठीक
हाँ
है
भाई
ठीक है
तो
भाई, ब्लैक गियर भी मेरे पास भी है, मेरे पास भी है, एक अगर
37
चाहिए
yard
वैसे वैसे लगा के देखो जरा, लैपटॉप वैपटॉप में लगा के
Come
देखो,
here, ma'am. This
कुछ
way.
हुआ क्या
कुछ
कंप्यूटर
फालतू
वम्प्यूटर में
की
लगा
चीजें आ
के?
रही है, नहीं हो रहा नहीं हो रहा।
कुछ नहीं हो रहा भाई। क्या है टूटी पेन ड्राइव के पीछे
वो
इतना राड़ा?
VPN वगैरह लगाना पड़ेगा उसके
No
लिए।
लगा लेना।
देखता हूँ अभी, छोड़ो।
ओ डेकू इधर आ, इधर आ,
Yes,
देखो
ma'am.
इधर आ।
अभी पे
लैपटॉप और VPN है तेरे पे?
हाँ है ना।
दे 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 जरा, दे 1 सेकंड के लिए।
ये लो।
And your
थोड़ा
this
खराब
here.
है, जज मत करना, पर ले लो, चल जाएगा।
लैपटॉप चलेगा?
हाँ चलेगा चलेगा।
हाँ बोलो बोलो।
रेंटेस लैपटॉप को 5000
ये
का
क्या
दे
है?
दो।
क्रिमिनल एक्टिविटी रैंक 5 भाई।
क्या हुआ?
क्रिमिनल एक्टिविटी
Sir,
रैंक
can I know
5।
your order, please?
क्या?
Zoe, did you order from me?
यहाँ पे लैपटॉप में दिखा रहा है क्रिमिनल एक्टिविटी रैंक 5।
She got my order.
किसका? तुम्हारा?
Give me like 5
हाँ
minutes.
ये क्या है तेरे लैपटॉप में? ये ब्लू प्लाजा क्या है तेरे लैपटॉप में?
Okay. Murder mills, right?
No boxes.
मेरे लैपटॉप में कुछ नहीं है, ऐसा क्या बोल रहे हो? खाली लैपटॉप
और
लेके
देखिए
घूमता
पेन
हूँ
ड्राइव
क्या?
लगाई है
खराब।
इसलिए
to
ये
7
हुआ।
billboards.
minute
Asian food code for fund code 6 in area, so
ये क्या है ये?
Okay, sir.
चैट
Murder
no
mill, right,
individuals
sir?
inside.
Chief, I'm putting it in your pocket.
हाँ डाल दो मेरे को 1 मिनट।
It's really just trash. Last citizen,
शरीफ
yeah, Baby just scored 4 back and forth.
हाँ आ जाओ वीवी आइए आपसे मिलने।
यार मैंने किसी का लैपटॉप पकड़ा,
भाई
अपना
मेरे जेब
VPN
में किसने
लगाया,
हाथ
पेन
डाल
ड्राइव
दिया?
लगाई, मेरा
हेलो
क्रिमिनल एक्टिविटी 5 लेवल दिखा रहा है।
भाई क्या है?
क्या बात कर रहे हो?
हाँ।
क्रिमिनल एक्टिविटी
सॉरी
लैपटॉप पे
तुम्हारे
लेवल
में
5
चले
दिखा
गया।
रहा है आपको?
वो खाना होगा, खाना चले गया तुम्हारे में।
थैंक यू
अरे
सो
यार
मच मैन।
अरे
और ये
वो
पेन
सब छोड़ो।
ड्राइव से पता नहीं क्या आ रहा है भाई, जॉब वॉब आ रहा है कुछ तो, पता नहीं शायद इसके
वो
लैपटॉप
भी
में
करता
पेन ड्राइव ब्लू प्लाजा क्या है,
है।
कहाँ है ये?
आप पीडी आ जाओ, पीडी आ जाओ थोड़ा, वीवी आइए।
अरे और कुछ था क्या उसके पॉकेट में?
ये ले बेटे को
देखा
पकड़,
हुआ।
आ रहा हूँ भाई, वीवी आ गई।
देखो एक तो मदद कर रहे हैं
आ
आंसर
गई
की,
आ
तमीज
गई,
से
उसको
बात
कोई
करा
तो
करो उनसे,
चाहिए।
ठीक है?
है क्या?
बहुत गुस्से में
हाँ।
उनसे।
ठीक
वापस फोन
गुस्से में अबे यार, गुस्से में तो नहीं
यार,
रहता।
करूंगा
हाँ तो
इसको
इसीलिए
मैं।
तो आप ही को तो कॉल किया।
साइड हो।
आ रहा
अभी
हूँ
रॉक तो है नहीं, बर्गर शॉट वाला बिल फटना है।
मैं तो बर्गर शॉट से फूड खरीद रहा हूँ मस्त।
अरे खाना छोड़ो, खाना मेरा बन रहा है यहाँ पे, जल्दी आओ थोड़ा।
आ रहा हूँ
पसीने
बाबू,
छूट
आ
रहे,
रहा हूँ,
तुम्हारे
आ
रूम
रहा
में खड़े हो गए इधर एसी में भी, जल्दी आओ थोड़ा। कितना टाइम लगेगा ये बताओ?
3 मिनट 2 मिनट 2 मिनट। मेटल लॉक क्या है ये?
तुम्हारे
ब्लू
जल्दी
प्लाजा भाई,
काम
मेरे को तो
करो,
ओसी भी
जल्दी आओ
मालूम नहीं
थोड़ा।
क्या है ये।
6+1 will be 76.
और सुनो, आधे टाइम 2 ड्रिंक मेरे लिए भी लेके आना और एक वीवी के लिए।
बीवी के लिए तो ठंडा पानी और जहर मिला के लेके आऊंगा।
अरे जहर मत मिलाओ यार, एक ही तो डी है अपनी, ऐसा थोड़ी होगा यार चीफ।
बात तो सही है वैसे।
यार अभी तुम मार दोगे तो अभी मैं
अच्छा बर्गर शॉट से मनमैन हो गए इतनी जल्दी?
अनबैन का छोड़ो, तुम यहाँ पे आ जाओ।
बैन अपील किसने किया था?
आई थिंक रॉक ने की थी बैन अपील।
रॉक ने की थी?
हाँ इसीलिए वीवी आई है।
आ रहा हूँ, आ गया बस,
थोड़ा
पहुंच गया। बैन अपील वैसे मेथ्रन होता है ना? सच्ची बताना, मेरे को शक है, मेरे को मालूम नहीं है क्या है, पर मेरे को लग वही रहा है, मेथ्रन डिलीवरी वही लग रहा है मेरे को। क्या है, इग्नोर करते हैं इसको, आरपी में इग्नोर करते हैं। चलो
10-2 you are send it.
10-2
डरी हुई आवाज में लग रहे हो शरीफ।
मेरे को लेके जाओ, मेरे को
मैं
तो
बेटा ऊपर जा रहा हूँ,
बाजू में
मैं
बैठ
ऊपर जा रहा हूँ। हाँ
देखे जाओ गाड़ी।
बोलो बानी।
आप देख के जाओ।
सर मैंने इंटरसेप्टर ट्रायल्स सब क्लियर कर दिए एक दिन में।
हाँ तो ले जाओ ना।
सर मेरा रिकॉर्ड उस पे होल्ड पे को डाल दिया सर।
मालूम नहीं भाई, मालूम नहीं। बेटा मैं मीटिंग में हूँ। नहीं मैं मीटिंग में हूँ, तुम पे लाइसेंस है तो ले जाओ, नहीं है तो मत लेके जाओ। हर एक्टिविटी का रैंक होता है, मेरा क्रिमिनल एक्टिविटी रैंक 5 वो बूस्टिंग किया था इसलिए हो गया।
हाँ क्या वो, हाँ उसमें
No visuals from phone codes in the area. It was a white sports car.
मैडम
जितना भी एविडेंस है वो सारी चीजें थे वो अटैच कर दिया, और वो बर्गर शॉट का जो भी ना
How
वो
are you,
आप
Vivi?
इनसे, ठीक है?
आई एम ग्रेट, हाउ आर यू मैम?
लॉन्ग टाइम।
क्या चल रहा है? आई वगैरह डिसमेंटल हो रही है यहाँ पे?
I don't know,
यार वो आया वाला भी इन्हीं
but
से पूछना,
it's
ठीक है?
handled
मेरे
by
को
the
कोई मालूम
DOJ,
नहीं
so
है।
I don't pay much attention because I have full faith in DOJ that it can handle the fucking like anything. Yep.
एनडीओजे हैज
मैडम,
टू
आइसक्रीम
पे
खाओगे?
नहीं
वीवी पहले बोल दो, अगर
I
चक्कर
have
आके
been
गिर गए तो मैं आई विटनेस हूँ।
हाँ, I have been advised not to eat or drink anything given by any officer. So
Oh my God.
किसने
my
किया ये
personal
एडवाइस?
advisor Mr. Dante Andy.
नहीं मैंने नहीं, मैं तो पिज्जा खा रहा हूँ, वो सस्पेक्ट के घर से चुराए हुए 1000 पिज्जा उठा के लेके आया मैं वहाँ से।
ये तो मेरे सामने बता रहा है कि तुमने
हाँ
हाँ तो मैडम देखिए, एक इंसान कितना भी हरामी हो लॉयर के सामने तो सच ही बोलता है ना एट द एंड ऑफ द डे।
और नहीं तो क्या?
मैंने भी स्लशी चुराई है एक क्रिमिनल से, आप लोगे?
एक लड़की को मैं 4 दिन से मतलब कि मैसेजेस कर रहा हूँ, टेक्स्ट कर रहा हूँ, क्योंकि मैं फकबॉय हूँ ना, तो फिर मैं उसको टेक्स्ट कर रहा हूँ तो वो बोल रही कि तुम मुझे हरास कर रहे हो, तो मैंने उसका मुंह बंद करवा दिया। बताओ, सच तो मैं लॉयर के सामने तो सच ही बोलेगा ना इंसान।
मत बोलो।
क्या हुआ, कुछ कर लोगे क्या पंसर का? कुछ उखाड़ सकते हो क्या पंसर का? कुछ नहीं कर सकते, इनकी एक दाढ़ी का बाल तक नहीं होता है उधर। कोई आज तक डैनी के सर नहीं कर पाया कुछ, आप क्या कर लोगे? करके दिखा दो इनको, एक दिन के लिए सस्पेंड करके दिखा दो।
अरे नहीं
मेरे को फिर 3 दिन के लिए कर
वो
दो।
बात नहीं है। लॉयर्स का सबसे पहला रूल क्या होता है? नेवर लाई टू योर लॉयर, नेवर लाई टू योर लॉयर।
बेबो थोड़ा अंदर आना घूम के।
बेबो तुम भी आओ अंदर।
बेबो थोड़ा घूम के आओ।
बेबो बेबी कंप्लेंट आ रही है, मैंने क्या
On the other hand,
करूं?
ma'am,
ये complaint आ रही है।
on the other hand, ma'am, I have been known to harass my co-workers as well, especially females. सबका
वाह
मुंह बंद
वाह
करवाया
वाह।
हुआ है मैंने। कोई केस हुआ तो बचा लेना।
मैं नहीं बचाऊंगी।
इस जगह घुस पड़े हो।
बल्कि वो डबल करेंगे।
नहीं मेरे को वो सब ठीक है, वो बर्गर शॉट का क्या है बताओ पहले।
आ जाओ
मैडम
बेबू,
देखो,
अंदर आ जाओ।
मेरी बात सुनो। बर्गर शॉट का ये सीधा छाती से चुराया बर्गर, ठीक है।
हम्म।
मैं कल आया, मैंने छाती को बोला,
हाँ।
देख छाती, इस्माइल भाई मेरा दोस्त है, ठीक है, तू मेरे साथ चल। जैसा बाप अपने बच्चे को बोलता है ना मैम, तू मेरे साथ चल, सॉरी मांग, सब कुछ राड़ा सॉल्व करवा, तेरा वो कंप्लेंट वापस ले लेगा, एवरीथिंग विल कम बैक टू नॉर्मल, ठीक है। अगर वो बोला कि मैं माफ़ी नहीं मांगूंगा। मैंने कहा फिर इंटरनल अफेयर का रिपोर्ट आएगा, फायर होना पड़ेगा। कहता वो मंजूर है। मैंने कहा चल ठीक है। तो कल मेरे को कुछ बाहर, इन माई हेड आई हैड सम वेरी अर्जेंट वर्क, सो आई डिड नॉट कम। तो रॉक ने आके दही फैला दिया।
हेलो।
रॉक ने थोड़ी आके दही फैलाया। वो नया वो रिक्रूट किया था,
सर मैं
उसके
भी
वजह से दही
फील्ड में
फैलाया।
हूँ, वो बर्गर
क्या
शॉट
बोल रहे बंडी
बात
बॉयज?
करनी थी और एक
वही तो
आई
क्या, वही
का
तो
कंप्लेंट है।
देखो बीवी, उसको रिक्रूट तो मैंने किया था, मेरा नाम नहीं आना चाहिए, हंस का नाम डाल दो, हंस ने रिक्रूट किया
ये
करके,
कब
साइन
हुआ
चेंज
भाई?
करवा देंगे हम।
हाँ
हो गया
हाँ
भाई।
हाँ थैंक यू बीवी, हाँ बोलने के लिए।
ठीक है सर, मैं यहाँ पे बात कर
अब
लेती हूँ।
बताओ डांटे क्या हुआ? मैं
अरे
चॉपर
कुछ
रिपेयर
नहीं,
कर रही
सुनो।
हूँ पीढ़ी के सारे।
तो
ठीक है बताओ।
जहाँ तक मुझे सुनी
रॉक
सुनाई
ने क्या
खबर है,
दही फैलाया?
कोई तो दही फैलाया है। सिचुएशन बहुत
रॉक ने
एस्केलेट हो
नहीं
चुकी
किया
है,
है।
इंटरनल अफेयर्स वालों ने भी बहुत दही फैला दिया है, ठीक है। जो बात मैं 2 मिनट
इंटरनल
में
अफेयर ने
सॉल्व
कोई
करने
नहीं
वाला था।
फैलाई।
रियो तुम शांत रहो, तुम्हारा सीनियर बोल रहा है ना, अभी शांत रहो। हाँ। तो वो जो बात 2 मिनट में सॉल्व करवा रहा था मैं, वो अभी रायता फैल चुका है। खाना मिल रहा है अभी तक तो, पर इस्माइल के साथ मेरे रिलेशंस बहुत गंदे हो चुके हैं एंड आई एम वेरी पिस्ड। तो शायद कोई फायर होने वाला है।
कौन? बम्बी को क्लेम करके फायर कर दो, कोई बड़ी बात नहीं। कल रिक्रूट किया था, आज फायर कर देंगे।
बंडी बॉयज एंड
पूरा ब्लेम उसके सीपी ऊपर डाल दो,
बेबीज।
प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व।
ये कर दो, किसी को
वो सही
बना
था।
दो
उसको ऑलरेडी
मूंगफली का
फायर
दिखाओ
बकरा।
क्या चैट, दिखाओ क्या।
किसको?
रॉक को
हैं?
बताओ से फायर कर
रॉक ने
दूंगा।
फायर कर दिया, रिक्रूट तो
रॉक तो था ही नहीं ना कल, रॉक तो आया नहीं ना
दिक्कत
कल। कल को वो
अरे
कौन आया था
बाद में
बंदा?
आया था
बमचा।
आया था जब
वो
मैं
बटलर,
क्या
अरे यार
बोलते
ये पार्क
क्या
रेंजर
बोलते
वाले
हैं
चिल्ला रहे थे हमें गेम वार्डन चाहिए, गेम वार्डन चाहिए। मैंने एक बमचा बिठा दिया, वो बमचा इन्हीं के ऊपर चढ़ गया और जाके उसने बर्गर शॉट के अंदर ब्रीचिंग करवा दिया।
बाय द वे ये फूड खत्म हो रहा है, डीओसी से आया हुआ, ले के रखना।
दे दो, किधर है?
150
एविडेंस
150 में।
लॉकर
मैं तो 2 मर्डर मिल उठा के लेके आया हूँ खरीद के।
बेबो तुम पे
हाँ
रिपोर्ट आई है, तुम्हारा भी एक स्टेटमेंट रिकॉर्ड कर। क्या कोई रूम मिलेगा मुझे?
अच्छा
कहाँ है वो
भाई ये वाला
बंडी
आप
बॉयज?
कर रहे हो क्या? अरे
और
वो सारी
अगर
रिपोर्ट अब
अगर
आप देख
अगर
रहे हो। अच्छा
रियो आया
तक
ना, ये में थोड़ा ध्यान देगी बीबी, ठीक है? तो चमाट मारना, तभी सच बोलेगा ये।
हाँ ठीक है जरूर।
कहाँ है वो चैट? किसी के पास पड़ा है क्लिप? मेरे को वो दो ना यार। मिल नहीं रहा मेरे को। नोपिक्सल आरपी मीडिया में डाला था कि मीम्स में डाला था किसी ने? ये रहा, मिल गया। डेड एक्स ने डाला था। ओ भाई, ये भाई गॉड था भाई, जो मर्जी बोलो, ये गॉड था भाई। को दिखाता हूँ, ये देखो।
Wait. Bundy boys and Babes, what?
Again.
Wait. Bundy boys and Babes, what?
Bundy boys and Babes. भाई आशु के गैंग के नाम की माँ मैंने एक हो गई भाई आते ही। अभी तो गैंग बना भी नहीं अच्छे से, पहले ही
एक बैच नहीं मिल रहा तुमसे
बर्गर
हमको।
शॉट के ऊपर एक्सप्लोरर चढ़ जाती है। हाँ भाई, बर्गर शॉट के ऊपर अभी तक तो एक्सप्लोरर चढ़ी होती है। Oh my god, did I hear the OG and God captain?
Yes.
अक्सर
अरे
आता
तुम्हारे
हुआ।
लिए गिफ्ट लाया हूँ मैं। हाँ आओ।
दो गिफ्ट दो। अपने सीनियर से गिफ्ट मिल रहा है आज पहली बार।
एडी रेंजर को तुम्हारे अंडर कर दिया मैंने।
LSPD?
यस।
ना।
अब सुनो, पूरी बात सुनो आप।
हाँ।
आज मैंने सोचा कि आज मैं SOP टेस्ट लूंगा, ठीक है?
हाँ।
जो दिख रहा है मेरे को सामने, तो हाई कमांड को छोड़ के।
थैंक गॉड।
मैंने सारे हाँ, तो सबसे पहले मैंने पढ़ डाला मैट कॉर्डन, उसको सार्जेंट से सीनियर रेंजर डिमोट कर दिया मैंने, एसओपी टेस्ट फेल
किसको?
कर दिया उसने, मैट कॉर्डन। नेक्स्ट नेक्स्ट थे हमारे सामने, क्या नाम है ये क्या नाम था उसका, ये एडी ब्रॉक, हेड सार्जेंट थे, फेल हो गए। उनको मैंने कहा तुम हेड सार्जेंट से सार्जेंट डिमोट हो रहे हो, प्लस मैंने उसको सबसे पहली चीज पूछी तो प्रोफेशनलिज्म क्या होता है, बोलता मेरी डिक्शनरी में नहीं है। मैंने कहा रुको तुम्हारा ट्रांसफर लेटर लेके आता हूँ, अब तुम्हें तुम्हारा प्रोफेशनलिज्म ना एलएसपीडी में स्पेशली हांस सर तुम्हें सिखाएंगे। तो मैंने उसको एलएसपीडी ट्रांसफर कर दिया अंडर
चलो
यू एज एलएसपीडी, एज ए सार्जेंट, ठीक है, हेड सार्जेंट से डिमोट कर
चलेगा
दिया सार्जेंट पे।
चलेगा, थोड़ा
हाँ
डंडा करता हूँ मैं।
यस, और मैं आज सोच रहा हूँ पार्क रेंजर डिपार्टमेंट ही बंद कर दूं।
वैसे कुछ कर तो रहे नहीं, हाँ कर दो।
वही, और सबको तुम्हारे अंडर कर देते, डिसिप्लिन नाम की जीरो एटिकेट्स है, एटलीस्ट आप समझाएंगे उनको
सर
अच्छे से।
जिनका चीफ ऐसा हो ना, कफ कर बहन के लड़े को, तो क्या डिसिप्लिन आएगा?
तो मैं वही तो आपको कह रहा हूँ सर, आप जैसे महान आदमी जब उन जैसे चूतिए लोगों को ट्रेनिंग देंगे तो सुधरेंगे ना। मैं आके बात करता हूँ, मेरे को जरा इंटरोगेशन रूम में बुलाया जा रहा है।
ठीक, इंटरोगेशन भाई इनका ना यही है भाई, जो भी नोटोरियस होता है ना मेरे अंडर भेज देते हैं। मैं इतना सॉफ्ट हूँ भाई, इतना किसी पे चिल्लाता नहीं हूँ, कभी कुछ नहीं करता भाई। क्या भाई, कभी आज तक किसी पे चिल्लाया मैंने? बताओ यार। चलो गाइस, आज का शॉर्ट स्ट्रीम है, बारिश हो रही तेज, ठीक है निकलते, ठीक है चलो बाय। ऑफ स्ट्रीम खेलेंगे थोड़ा सा, थोड़ा बहुत ओवरवॉच करते रहेंगे पीडी को, तब तक बाय।